Okay, I have no idea if this is actually broadcasting or not. So let's hope I figured out how this stupid pre-show thing is gonna go.
The YouTube stream is up on my end.
I'm not seeing it pop up on mine either.
Is the stream gonna... Okay.
We are apparently broadcasting. It says it has bad variable resolution, though. I don't know why that is.
It seems legit.
It's alright, we have background music. Hold people over till we start getting responses. I'm checking the comments right now to see if you guys are listening. Please type something in the live chat if you can hear us. Okay, looks like they hear us.
Hello, hello, hello.
Are you there too, Vermont?
Vermont just got here. Vermont was a little bit late because Vermont just watched the Halo Infinite trailer.
Right? It wasn't enough, but it was something.
Oh, but it gave me just enough of that tweak of nostalgia. They've gone back. I love that they've gone back to his Halo 3 design. It looks so good.
Oh yeah,
it's so
no, I know.
Sleek.
Yeah, I know. The way Master Chief is actually supposed to look.
Because that's sort of been one of my core complaints about the series ever since it went to 343's hands. Is the designs have got more and more complicated when Bungie's designs were simple and excellent.
Yeah, it's just like, of course, you know, the size of the resolution plays into it, but it was so much better. It was just better.
Exactly. It's better. Oh, okay. So I've had a look. What have I had a look at now? Because I slept through the Microsoft conference so that I'd be awake for this one. I saw the Outer Worlds one, the Wasteland 3, Cyberpunk. I think I got all the big ones.
Yeah, Microsoft was edge heavy, where it was at the very end you had all the Halo good stuff, and then at the beginning you had the Cyberpunk and Outer Worlds. But the middle was Apparently they bought Double Fine. That's the news.
They bought Double Fine. Damn.
Yeah.
Am I particularly loud? Looking at the comment section.
I'm correcting right now. See if I can turn you down a little bit.
All right.
See, this is all new stuff, so it's experimental. So we're still playing a bit fast and loose.
How much longer is there before the conference starts?
Okay, so I will pivot over. I've got the whole broadcasting thing set up. We have apparently their pre-show starts at 5:15, so we've got 45 minutes until then.
Well, that gives me time to download SciTube.
Oh yeah, you should be able to just go to it. I just created an account really quickly. It's like Rabbit or one of those.
All right.
Yeah. So, actually, I better leave that playing.
Let's do this. Alrighty. Okay, no spaces. That's nice. Okay. I was so, as people in the Discord chat might have seen, excited to see a surprise Keanu Reeves in the Cyberpunk. Like,
that was interesting.
That wasn't something I knew I wanted, but I can't live without it now.
I do kind of hope he's like a full character. Yeah, I want to see a lot more of Keanu.
This is cool. I didn't know I wanted, but I'm glad for it.
I mean, where else does he have left to go?
Oh my God, Cinder's here.
Sudden surprise, Cinder.
Well, hello there.
What are you doing here, you dragon?
You know, I don't think I can handle
Well, I'm
the sexy
just
voice.
passing through. I thought I'd check in on some of my favorite folk.
Aside from being one of our featured characters of our live streams last year as well, so we gotta have Cinder. Oh my gosh.
Of course.
Yeah, last year when oh my gosh, I was just re-listening to that actually to see like, okay, what did we do last year that we should probably do again this year? And it opened up with me coming home from a family party, so I missed fucking everything and had to catch up from like the memes and be like, okay, now we'll watch it.
Sweet little eyes.
Yeah, this is when we thought that Fallout 17 was going to be good.
I would like to log in that I never thought it was good.
Yeah, maybe good is a strong term. I thought it was going to be better than what it was.
My reaction at the time was I still started off with high-ish hopes. I was thinking, okay, I want to see how. I want to know how disappointed I'm going to be when I inevitably buy Fallout 6, because I'm obviously going to buy Fallout 76. That was me this time last year.
I'll tell you one thing, it was the last game I'm ever gonna fucking pre-order. God damn it. This was me going in with my innocent little Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 74 self and be like, oh, it's okay, I can pre-order it, because Fallout's always gonna be good.
You poor,
of
sweet, innocent child.
Speaking of Fallout New Vegas, the Outer Worlds trailer had some serious New Vegas vibes.
I thought the
Really?
exact same thing.
Like
Oh.
that, just the way they transitioned from the thank you, the medicine's working, to you being out and being able to shoot them. Like, I've done that shit in New Vegas.
So, yeah, it's something else.
Yeah. Look, when in doubt, just assume the player's going to be a horrible monster.
Right.
I guess everyone found out that, we thought Fallout 76 wouldn't have any characters, but it had the greatest villain of them all, Todd Howard.
Okay, so
Yeah.
before we get started, I pulled up a Google document because we need to. I'm going to list down people's names, and I want to hear your Bethesda predictions.
Oh, good.
Okay, there's Skybolt, Vermont, Cinder, and I'm just gonna type in SG because I am not spelling your full name.
I don't blame you.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna start with Skybolt because he's first on the list. Give me some Bethesda predictions.
Okay, my predictions for the conference. Originally, I thought it would be very Starfield heavy because that was the next one in the order that he presented last year. But then they leaked out some little, piss driblet about, oh, by the way, Skyrim 2, Elder Scrolls number 6, is gonna be a 10-year game. There's gonna be so much fucking content. And I was thinking, okay, I guess they're gonna... that they realized that one of their two major pillars is, collapsing, so they gotta thicken that second one up as much as they can this year. So I'm gonna say a good chunk of time devoted to anything they can talk about Skyrim 2. And then there will be some Starfield, because that is the next one out based on what they talked about last time. So I'm assuming maybe about half and half. There will be an equal amount of time for both of those. They'll talk about some Rage 2 nonsense. They'll talk about Doom Eternal to some extent. Maybe Wolfenstein DLC. I don't think we're timed for another game yet. New Colossus was just last year, so
Yeah, I think so.
maybe Prey, maybe a Prey game promo, because didn't they have the V? And last year was all the VR
The VR stuff, yeah.
yeah. So yeah, my main predictions are they're gonna lean heavy on Elder Scrolls, even though I think that's further away. That's probably not until 2021. Starfield, they're gonna have to necessarily talk about to some extent. And Evil Within 2. Maybe they'll throw in some stuff for that.
All right. Okay, Cinder, you are up next. Hit me with some Beth predictions.
Well,
Bethesda.
Personally, I think a lot of it's going to be damage control. And or just kind of trying to forget that 76 ever happened. Mostly because, let's face it, they're going to have to talk about it at some point.
Yeah.
And Todd has not done a very good job in interviews.
Oh yeah, that should be our. I'm sorry to cut you off. That should be what I was going to say the last time was. I think they're going to skirt by 76 as much as possible, especially because of the memes he did on stage last year. I think they're going to be like, they're just going to pretend that the whole horrible collapse didn't happen and be like, oh, by the way, guys, we have new DLC coming out for Fallout 76 next year, and on to the Elder Scrolls. They're gonna breeze by as fast as fucking possible. All right, I'm sorry, Cinder. You go ahead.
Oh no, it's fine. I also think that either we're going to end up with an announcement of something new coming out really, really soon as they try and run more damage control.
Okay.
Fallout Shelter 2.
See how well that one. Or I think that they're going to basically just say that nothing's coming out for a while. No. It's okay.
How
Either
bad
way,
would that be if they didn't have a
I
major game coming out this year?
Yeah. Honestly, I think most of it's going to be damage control. Also, I am hoping that they let Mick Gordon out of the cage again and let him rock out.
Right.
Because that was fun.
Okay, SG, your turn.
I basically agree with Skybolt and Cinder with the predictions, except I'm going to throw in another mobile game announcement of some sort. That seems to have been a theme for the past two E3s. It's just some mobile game announcement.
Yeah, it's
I
just
completely
mobile
agree.
BS. Fucking
Cool.
It's like probably a Doom mobile game.
There you go.
They've done Elder Scrolls. They've done Fallout.
Do you know how much they talked about damn Elder Scrolls Blades last year? It was like 8 minutes.
Right.
Yet it's still just as bad as we predicted.
Right. Here's some Vermont predictions. So, going off of SG, I also agree that we're going to be seeing a new mobile game announcement. But on top of that, I also think we're going to see an announcement that Elder Scrolls Blades will be made available on PC.
Why? Can we talk about that too? Why do they think that people care? Why would anyone want to play a mobile game quality game on your giant fucking, your master race machine? Like
Right.
what is the idea behind that? Like, I can get it if you're like porting old games, like a NES game on your Switch Cube. Of course, it's gonna be low quality. Why the fuck would anyone want to play Fallout Shelter on your PS4?
Okay. He has a very specific prediction. I was talking about it in the Discord server the other day, but I'm going to double down on it now. Is that we're going every single time. So this is going to be in relation to both They're going to push on this heavily with Starfield, if we see Starfield, but they will probably say it as well if they mention it on the Elder Scrolls Blades. Bethesda is going to lean really heavy on announcing that games will be made available on Steam.
Yeah. What? You mean you don't like your
Everyone's
private
doing that
details
these
getting
days.
leaked out to everyone when you're trying to make a complaint? Like, that almost seemed like it was planned. Like, oh, you're mad you didn't get your canvas bag? Here's a complaint form, and then they leak all of your private information to everyone.
By the way, they said 6 months. Those bags still haven't arrived.
Right. See, But I have, based off of that, I have another complaint. Is that the crowd will still eat that shit up.
Bruh.
So,
Well, yeah, but the crowd's pretty heavily seated at these things at this point.
oh no, I'm not just talking about the general. I'm talking about the general internet audience as well. There's going to be a lot of comments about because that's currently the thing that Bethesda can hold over the Outer Worlds in terms of space RPGs is that they'll probably be available on Steam, and I guarantee you that every single person who, let's not say every single person, a fair majority of the people who have decided to boycott the Outer Worlds on the basis of not wanting to support the Epic Games' bad business practices will go and support Bethesda and all of their bad business practices. Because at the end of the day, it's not actually about bad business practices. It's the reason that a lot of these people aren't supporting games in the Epic Store is that is A, functionality, and B, that's just another client to manage. And I feel like people have been pushed enough, which I think is a really bad excuse.
I mean,
Also, speaking of
another reason behind a lot of it is just people are caught up in all of the controversy.
Exactly, people like being a part of controversy, and never mind the presence of the Outer Worlds doing 88-12 split. I mean, not the Epic Games Store having the 88-12 split, which is fantastic for mid-range developers of this size, or the fact that the 5% Unreal Engine licensing fee, which is huge.
It is, but they also run into things like throwing massive sales without the publisher or developer's consent, which, before the game even comes out, congratulations, your product's devalued.
Don't get me wrong, they fuck up a lot. They absolutely fuck up a lot. But those arguments rarely come into the discussion. It's usually bad business practices, like a general sort of as a general hand wave. But at the moment, I'm willing to support not Epic, but I'm gonna support Obsidian in every way possible. Yeah,
I mean, I still plan to buy The Outer Worlds. It's Obsidian, and it's going to be pretty dang good. I don't care about the Epic Store. They are a non-entity to me because nothing they've managed to kidnap is worth the ransom to me. And I frankly really don't approve because little backstory. I actually know a fair bit about economics. That was one of the things that I studied in college.
Here we go.
Badass.
I studied a lot of things in college, by the way. I could preface a lot of sentences with that. But just looking at the way they do things, there's a lot of things that they're fucking up. And they're not... One of the things you'll hear a lot, and this is fairly accurate from what I can tell, is that they're not trying to create competition, they're trying to take Steam's not quite monopoly for themselves. Which I don't like. Because if anything, I would rather Steam have its monopoly and basically just do nothing to maintain it. The only reason that we go to Steam is because everyone's been using Steam for ages, and everything's on it. It's not exclusive to it. You can still get it you can still get almost anything on Steam anywhere else.
Yeah.
GOG, Humble Bundle, there's all sorts of places you can get it. It still runs through Steam, but you don't have to use Steam if you don't want to most times. So there can be competition. What Epic's doing is Epic is taking the console wars approach to this. With the idea of, if you can only get to this from us, you're going to have to use us. The main problem with that being that there's not a $400 hurdle between being able to access both things.
And as someone
they
who
can't
just bought a
use that
PS4, it's a heavy hurdle.
Yes, they can't force exclusivity to one console or another. You can't buy brand loyalty in the PC market, because worst to worst, people are just gonna pirate shit.
Hmm.
And that's the thing, is if Epic does succeed, piracy is going to come way back. It's already there. But
Yeah.
a lot of times, people don't pirate because they don't want to pay money, most of the time. That's the thing that we've actually seen actually work. They pirate because it's either too much of a pain in the rear to deal with getting it legitimately, or they don't care. That tends to be what we've found in studies that have been done. Of course, some people will do it just because they don't want to pay for the thing, but whatever, they weren't going to buy it anyway. So it's not a lost sale. The economics of this whole thing... I'm sorry, I wrote a paper on...
No, it's fun. Mostly,
I could go on about it for a while.
I'm mostly just talking off of my vague general knowledge. I don't actually I don't exactly have and study economics, so it is nice to get an opinion in here that does have some sort of academic background.
Not much, but enough to know what research to do. Frankly, though, the main issue is the Epic Store is not going to work long term. It just won't. They've started with far too much bad press. Basically, they've already made their own deathbed. The Epic Store's either going to burn out fast, and then no one's going to use it. They're going to run out of Fortnite money because they can't sustain their current practice, even with the absurd amounts of money that they've been making.
What's important to remember, though, is that not quite to the same degree, but whilst Steam doesn't have a monopoly and never entirely forced a monopoly at the beginning, they did kind of pseudo-force a monopoly when they started, in order to get Half-Life 2, which at the time was the biggest, most anticipated game in the world. You had to install Steam. And people...
But we also run into the fact that Steam is owned by Valve, so... that part does fall into the standard first party launcher, no girls allowed thing, which you see a lot of various publishers do, is that they'll publish all their stuff under their own thing. Another problem was back then, it was a lot harder to get a really good internet connection, and downloading it was kind of a pain for a lot of people.
But do remember that Steam didn't have a Steam didn't have competitors at the online marketplace at the time. So if you were going to get your games online, the only place you were going to go was going to be Steam. And once that became a viable way to do things, once connectivity speeds got better and you could download from there, that's where people went. They didn't have a monopoly. They just got there so early that by the time it became by the time other people got to the table, Valve already had a social monopoly.
People trusted them.
I think.
And
which
whenever
people should not trust Valve.
You shouldn't, but
in any way, shape, or form.
Oh yeah, but it was the place where people went to get money. Well, to get their games, because it's like Walmart. If you need a game, well, and you're going to buy it online, the first thing a lot of people think is, hey, let's check Steam.
Steam as well, in the fact that we technically don't own any of our games. Because
their DRM is an absolute pain, and it's actually
Exactly.
been getting worse.
Steam-
You could crack the Steam DRM, actually
really?
run the game without it. But these days you have to do it for each individual game, and it's an absolute pain.
Yeah, no, I have
Everything's on the
164
computer,
games.
but everything's on the computer, but it runs a check for
Yeah,
the active Steam connection, and it runs a check for a license connected to your profile or connected to the profile of the person that you're sharing games with. It's a massive pain, and there are ways to break it, but it's not worth it most of the time.
Okay, we are 3 minutes away from the thing, and we have been rambling about the Epic Game Store for a little bit. Skybolt or SG, or is that Krelak in the chat?
It might be.
Yes.
It might be. Do
it's
any of you have
Resident
anything
Ghoul.
to say before Cinder and I steal the entire conversation?
That's our resident ghoul. Hello, Krullik.
You have 7 minutes.
My only thing is, well, I'm just excited that Destiny 2 is going to be free to play.
Is it really?
Even
Oh, don't
Yeah.
get me
Already
started.
had it.
Don't get me started on Shadow Keep.
Destiny 2's base game and its first two expansions are going free to play. Yeah.
well,
Did-
I already have
did
the
they
game, but
spend like
I don't
500
have the DLC. I hear that's going to be free, so that'll be a plus for me.
Did they spend like 500 million on the first game? Oh my
They did.
god. Hey, here's our new
So-
game. Okay, you can have it for free. Please just play it. Please, guys, play our game.
Oh, we have.
makes-
They actually did have good reasons for it.
Yeah. Primarily because without doing that, the barrier to entry for Destiny is so fucking expensive. Like, oh, I promise it gets good if you buy the season pass in Forsaken. Like, it gets really, really fucking good. But that's an $80 buy-in?
Oh my god.
Let me
I
just
don't-
see.
And
I'm sorry.
it is
Continue.
fun. It is fun. I play it every week. It is a ton of fun. I think Destiny's Gambit mode is probably the best multiplayer that I've played since the days of Halo. But the buy-in price to get there, and the years it took Bungie to reach that point, is kind of depressing.
They're leaving
Plus,
Activision. I
20
get.
hours you got to put in to even get up to max level, so you can join your
Oh.
friends for what they're wanting to do. The thing they're doing, which they're calling New Light, is actually helping a lot with that.
Yeah.
Now that they're not under Activision Blizzard, Bungie is
Yeah.
actually getting to do. They're actually getting to make a good game.
That is that is the benefit of. I think that's the problem, is that a lot of the shit that went down over the last few years was Activision Blizzard's fault, and now they're just gonna have to spend. They're gonna spend the next 5 years of this game just doing damage control, and then the game's gonna end.
Well, you know, here's the thing, too, and this is ultimately the big question of Fallout 76, which is, can you start a game on, like, a catastrophic start and then build it back up to something better later? Which is, like, apparently, No Man's Sky is a fun game now, but it's like, I never know, because we had a year of just endless, horrible shit talking, and it's like, I feel like the only way, like, that's where a remaster or a, you know, whatever remake comes into play, where then you have the marketing angle of rebirth, second start. Whereas just transitioning into a good game, you don't have that, so there's no news, there's no people, like, going on about that.
A New Light.
That is yeah.
That's basically
Yeah.
what they're doing with A New Light and the new expansion that they're working on
Which
that's
is moving
coming out
over to
soon.
Steam.
They're basically remaking the whole game.
Exactly.
Been ready to do it for a while.
Maybe they should write a story for it this time.
That's the most depressing thing. I feel like I'm now becoming like every other Destiny shill. The story is really good.
Destiny.
It's just
The thing is that it's not the story.
It's not in the game.
When.
Has the Traveler become the villain yet?
No.
No.
Soon.
I know that was the original intention of the series, was that in the original version it was supposed to be like the Traveler created universes and life, then leached off of the praise people gave them parasitically, and then destroyed everything and then just did it all again.
That's pretty fucking edgy.
But the thing that I'm finding out about Destiny is, well, the problem that I find that it has is that it's trying to present itself to two very different audiences. It's trying to present itself to the mainstream shooter audience, which is where the main story focuses on, and
that's also where Activision comes in.
Yeah, but then and then the other half of Destiny is focusing on the hardcore sci-fi audience, because my god, the world building in that game is incredible. Like the story itself, like the stories that go on behind the shit that you actually have to look for are fucking incredible. They're like shit out of Warhammer 40K. In fact, that's actually the best description, because it is grimdark as fuck.
And yet the thing that separates it from 40K, at least in tone, is it's grimdark as fuck. But all throughout it, there is still, well, I don't want to use the word, but light.
There's still fighting. Hope. There's still
that was the tone. That was the original intention for the tone. Was everything went to absolute shit. The calamity,
still there.
The Golden Age is over. But this is a world on the rise.
She's using her dramatic voice.
We've been through the darkest night, and dawn is coming. I mean, look at the player character.
We have 1 minute. You cannot go on a speech.
You have killed how many deep, dark gods? Like,
she's going.
I could go on about Destiny's lore for hours. I'm sorry.
I know. I could too.
If you'd like to hear that, but don't want to hear it in my voice, would like to hear it in someone's better's voice, look up My Name is Bife on YouTube.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah, look him up. He's pretty good.
Bife is fantastic. Like, honestly, to people who want to see some really, really good sci-fi lore, should check that out. But,
I've put that in the chat, by the way.
Okay,
I'm going to say that in terms of space fantasy, I think for me, Destiny outdoes Star Wars story-wise.
Well, that's actually kind of not. That's not hard.
It's really not.
I'm also glad my head canon is now canon.
Wait, you want me to read what conversation? I'm seeing in the chat.
Space magic.
What conversation are we talking about?
Well, there's some speculation that some Fallen are going to become Guardians or something like that.
That's actually not speculation. We know exactly what's going on there. And if I continue that sentence, I'm going to get into another lore lecture.
Oh my god.
Yes,
I'm sure Vermont and Krellick would enjoy, but I think we have other things that we need to do.
Yes, not everyone here plays Destiny.
Yes, because it's shit.
That's...
Look, I'm never not going to feel betrayed from 5 years ago, and when they shit can Marty over, like, fucking nothing. Over, like, business bullshit. Like, come on, man. And then that was the big thing, too, you know, after Destiny shat the bed on launch, then Bungie was like, oh, we're breaking away from Activision within months of our original planned contract termination date. It's like, oh, great. Oh, good job, man. You quit 5 seconds before you were going to quit anyway. Here's the fucking medal.
I mean, honestly, they couldn't really break a contract like that.
No.
Dear God, I can't imagine a mess.
No, it was just marketing, which I thought was really, really fun.
Yeah. I mean, hey, if you're going to be leaving Activision anyway, you might as well stop playing around.
Right, and it is kind of funny listening to them shit talk Activision in all of their developer announcements. Like they were talking in their most recent one about cross save, saying Destiny 1 to Destiny 2, we really wanted to do cross saves, but we couldn't because of reasons. But all those reasons are gone now, so we can do it.
Only they can do crossplay.
Oh. So
crossplay's
we
not.
have.
I'm not.
So it turns out we actually have half an hour left. I forgot. What is it? Their pre-show
We
that
do.
starts now?
I'm keeping an eye on the stream just to see if anything
Okay.
changes. What's really funny here? Let me switch to it. It's really funny. They've got like all these little like pictures around the sides from like fucking Instagram or something, and
Yeah, it looks like that. I love the little thing that changes from Bethesda to be together.
Yeah. Be together in a wasteland where no one is at all. Oh man. But yeah, I'm glad there's some fan appreciation, but at the same time it's like you see them in outfits and like a few of them are 76 and then there's a lot that aren't 76. So.
It's probably mostly New Vegas.
New Vegas and Fallout 3.
Can we talk about how,
Meaning-
like, in retrospect, I thought Fallout 3 was going to be the announced game thingy, and now I really wish it was, because that would have been a whole lot better than 76.
Yeah.
Fallout 3. We just want a Fallout 3 remaster.
Remister, yes.
Hell, people were trying to rebuild Fallout 3 in Fallout 4, but that got canned.
Yeah, isn't that the whole point of the Creation Club? Was they partner with modders to make cool things? What, did they decide, oh, you gotta stop shitting on our old game or something? Like, why wasn't their first instinct to, like, just make a deal?
I don't know.
Because
Look,
Bethesda
I'm
are
still
fucking
still
insane.
salty about the whole voice acting thing. Though on the plus side, that did open up work for people like me. So
Yeah. I considered trying for that, but I didn't have the time. They had a very thorough back and forth auditioning process, and I'm like, whatever.
What was this for?
I didn't have the time either, and they'd already cut the roles that I was going for, so...
This for the Fallout 3 in 4 like remaster, they were going to replace all the voices. And so I was going to put in for a few generic voices like Old Man or whatever, but Fallout 3 had like 5 voice actors, so I'm sure they're just casting 5 voice actors.
Well, I mean, if they're going to be doing it anyway, they might as well actually go back and do it right.
It's so funny. You go back and play Fallout 3, and there's the one old man voice, and then there's Alistair Tenpenny, which is slightly different. It's like, but every other old man is the exact same old man.
Oh. Look, Bethesda games have had that problem for a long time, and they still haven't fixed it.
It's so
Right.
good. It's so good.
I like to claim that the Terminal Secrets Episode 2 having 10 characters all voiced by Maddie Goshorn was just me referencing Fallout and Bethesda.
That's right. We're being meta like that.
Yeah,
She was
totally being meta like that.
She was doing a re-listen of all the old Terminal Secrets episodes, and I got a message from her saying, "I voiced so many characters in Episode 2. What the fuck?"
Maddie's a
work.
trooper.
Oh.
We probably wouldn't have any characters without her, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, this is out. Fuck.
I'll admit, I hadn't actually listened to that episode before before recording for mine, and I thought I had a lot of characters.
Yeah.
I thought I did a lot of voices.
Oh yeah, no, she is by far our most prolific VA.
She is amazing. Oh, jeez.
Okay. I think Vermont is about to fight his first boss in Bloodborne. So prepare to hear Vermont swear a lot in the background.
Oh, you're one of those that's not paying attention to the stream? Doing something else in the background?
So, who wants to make bets on how long it'll take for Vermont to die horribly?
Oof, not long.
Not long, probably. I'm very bad at this game. All right, let's
Give
do
him
this.
7 seconds.
It'll probably be from the drinking water. Wait,
That is an ugly motherfucker.
Oh, right, you're fighting that one. Yeah,
The
I give
cleric
you 5
beast.
seconds.
Oh, ow. That didn't. That didn't work.
By the way, Skybolt, the only thing that I was sad that I couldn't do in
Fuck.
that episode in The Mercenary was I never got a chance to laugh evilly.
really? I thought we had something with you doing that. Did the Farthing character, did he laugh evilly at all? I feel like we had at least one scene of him.
Just kind of had a fly in my own headcanon. Like a week later, Diamondback came back to just blender through that entire area.
We're gonna see what happens. That's something that may or may not happen. Who knows?
Oh, lovely. I'll be right back, guys.
Okay. Okay.
This is not fair. This is not fair.
What else can we talk about? So yeah, so it looks like Halo. So we have Xbox 2 coming out with Halo Infinite. So that'll be next year. So that's basically what I'm waiting for, is just to see if there's anything good about that. There better fucking be a good game, that's for sure. Because I'll probably buy that by default myself, because I'm such a damn fanboy.
I was so surprised to see. I was so surprised to see Microsoft announcing a soft release window for Infinite. Like, I figured we'd get a trailer for it, but I didn't think that we would get. I didn't think we'd get a release year or release season even.
It's definitely smart that they saved a Halo title for a launch title, because that was one of the the X-Bone had many critical flaws to it, and one of them was that it had no frickin' games. Like, there was that old parody about the PlayStation 3. PlayStation has no frickin' games.
I mean, yeah, Xbox still has no games.
Yeah, it's just pathetic.
I genuinely do consider the Xbox One to be probably the most disappointing purchase I've ever made, and I died.
Like, literally everything about the design philosophy was not about gaming, which is what everyone told them as soon as they talked about it. They wanted to make it a TV box. Like, they had all these features so you could watch your fucking sports ball while you're playing your game. Hey, do you want to plug your cable connection into your Xbox? Like, who the fuck came up with this idea? Wait, was this like a fucking 65-year-old Madden-ass motherfucker designing a game system? Are you kidding me?
Right, you can do all that on PC.
No one wants to play. No one wants to market no one should be marketing their games content around everything other than games.
See, the irony is that it actually worked as a all-in-one home entertainment box for me, because I didn't have a smart TV at the time. But those are all ancillary side applications. None of it should be the main driving feature of your system.
Look,
Precisely.
my PS4 plays DVDs, plays Blu-ray, and plays video games. That's all it needs to do.
It's like they can shove that Blu-ray up their ass too. That was a loss for the 360. Was they wanted to get it first to market, which did work, except for the red ring problem. But because of that, they didn't have the HD DVD as a built-in thing, so that format died pretty quick, as it was probably destined to anyway. But at least you know the Xbox 2 should come native with the 4K whatchamajigger. I think the One X already has the 4K, the black rays as a working disc thingy.
To be honest, I haven't actually had an Xbox since the Xbox 360. The only reason I had that is because the PlayStation 3 that I had, horrible things happened to it that shall not be mentioned.
I feel like half of the things that happen in your life should not be mentioned, or at least not in public.
Look, you gotta pay for that.
Yeah, so
Cinderscript up for commissions. What kind of commissions you
God.
ask? Whatever you want.
Oh, hey, yeah. Okay, we haven't had you on a podcast in forever, Vermont. So, two things we need to talk to you about is, at one point, what porn game are you writing now? And B, what are your opinions on Game of Thrones?
Did Needle tell you about the... Wait, no, was it Needle or...
You mentioned it when you came on the podcast
Was it
for
me?
5 whole minutes.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, the podcast we play in
Oh.
5 days in advance.
Okay, yes.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so...
Continue.
Okay, so I've got to be very careful with my wording here because otherwise it'll spoil the project that I'm planning for East Corp. Like next year. I don't have time to do it this year, so don't expect anything from me other than the stuff that's already been announced this year. Anyway, so I was planning a project. It required me to some of the characters are NSFW. I wanted like you know cosplayers and artists and erotic writers and so on. So what I did was I jumped onto a few Discord servers. I started contacting teams working on projects like that, saying, "Hey, can I just shadow you? Can I just lurk and just watch how you and just see what happens?"
Which
just
is like
as
the
research.
creepiest thing you could say. Hey, can I watch in the background while you drop porn?
I mean, I'm autistic as fuck, so that's on par.
So did
That's
you
on
say it
brand.
very straightforward? Like, hey, can I watch?
So eventually, I find this one project which was this erotic vampire RPG,
Hell yeah.
and I contact the director, and the director's like, "Oh, really? You're gonna make a project like this? Okay, well, can I see your stuff?" So I linked him the Terminal Secrets excerpt, the One Last Drink Arya Moon monologue that we have on the channel, and you know the length of that passes, and he comes back to me. He's like, "Fuck me, this is good. You should be writing for us. Here's a paycheck."
Bam.
Literally that day, he's like, "Cool, I'm hiring you. Here's a monthly salary."
So you didn't even have to do the casting couch?
Right, I didn't even have to do the casting couch.
Oh, you lucky bastard!
I guess technically Maddie did the casting couch for me.
God damn.
So now I'm on writing for them, which was an interesting, which is a fairly interesting experience.
Yeah, I mean, what is the writing like for that? Scene 1, he puts the thing in the lady.
So luckily, the director seems to have
Vision.
this. I don't want to say vision, but he was sort of like, "Oh, okay, we gotta have some parts of the game that aren't porn." So you know, pitch me ideas. He came to me at one point and he was saying, "Oh, we've got this one quest where you go to this village and you save the village, and you get a house there." And of course, this is Vermont he's talking to.
And it becomes
So
your
I
bang
say-
mansion?
I mean, I think that's more or less what he's thinking about it. But this is me, so I say, okay, cool, but everyone's gonna die. I'm going to make it because
this is our necrophilia level now.
You are a vampire.
You have like a time mechanic on rigor mortis. It's like, oh, you gotta wait 2 more hours till it's up again. Then you're good to go.
So once the game, I think in the next patch for the alpha, they're implementing the last quest I wrote. So when that happens, when that happens, I will go and I will live stream myself playing the game on this channel. I will get us demonetized, but it will be worth it. And it'll be like, the big problem is that I've been putting a lot of effort into the fun, dramatic story settings and the character beats, and weaving theme into it, and everyone's just going to rush past it to get to the tits.
I was going to say, why did they call them patches when they could call them pasties?
Most people will rush past.
Most people.
Then you have the crazies like me. It's like, wow, this world building is amazing. And steal that.
See, I didn't do any of the world building, so... Look, I think their world building is okay, but it's not Vermont. Here I am shit-talking my bosses on stream.
It's okay, so that's... for you. They're not Vermont.
That's the porn game I'm running. Actually, hang on, let me see if I can... Okay, I'm just gonna... You can't link directly into the chat, so I'm just gonna type in the name of the game. You guys can find it online.
Warning! This stream is still 18+. If you lied to get into the chat, don't follow this link.
Yeah, don't look up this game if you are not 18 years old.
Also, we're clocking some pretty high listener number or viewer numbers. 22, not bad.
Nice. Okay, so that's the porn game. What was the other? Oh, Game of Thrones. Okay. Okay. So some of my opinions aren't going to surprise anyone. There will be the usual fare. I think the ending was rushed. I think that the push to Daenerys' madness wasn't given enough build-up. All of the usual stuff. However, to be prefaced with the fact that I am very, very fair, or not fair, I'm sorry, other way around. I'm very light when it comes to judging endings, because to quote Supernatural, like any asshole can crap out a beginning if you've got a pen and a piece of paper, but endings are fucking impossible. That was vaguely paraphrased, but
vaguely.
I mean, it doesn't really apply to me. Starting's the hardest part for me.
I find starting completely easy. I sit down, I start writing, I go. Endings are impossible. That's why it took me so. So here's a fun fact. The script for Terminal Secrets Episode 6 was supposed to be done at the same time as the script for Awake. I was writing that script more or less at the same time that Skybot was writing Awake. I finished the script, maybe 6 months later? And it was all because of the ending. And I guarantee you that 6 months down the line, I'll be able to look back at the released product and be like, oh, fuck, I missed something. Despite spending a year writing it. So, when I watch something, I'm always a little lenient on the ending. So, the final episode, episode 6, I actually quite liked. I liked most of the major character beats. I liked where most of the major characters ended up. I do think that Daenerys going mad was
Rushed.
what was their end goal. And I just did a rewatch of the whole series, and you can see it. There are multiple sections where she is like, cool. You guys don't want to let me in. I'm going to come back here and burn your city to the ground. And those sections are always tempered by... They are ultimately all tempered by reason. Like, oh, she and her children and her people are starving. That's why she's threatening to burn their city to the ground. These people had slaves. That's why she's crucifying. Like, you can see the reasons behind it. There's not... So, my biggest issue with Game of Thrones has actually not been the show itself, but the discourse around it. I just think a lot of the wrong vocabulary is being used. It wasn't that there was no build-up to Daenerys going mad. It's just, it was there. It was just really poorly handled.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, they kind of started her as batshit, and they continued her as batshit. And look, they started her as disproportionate retribution personified, and then just kind of kept it going.
Exactly.
And that's all I know of the character, by the way.
And
that bitch ate a horse heart. She's an enemy of the ponies.
So I think, also, to be fair, I'm one of those people who also, this is weird to say as a writer. But
Here we go.
The writing is not the only thing I get out of watching a story. And when the writing is bad, I can still enjoy the rest of the film if the rest of the film is very competently made. That is why I like The Last Jedi. I think the script is shit, but my god, everything else about that film was beautiful. Okay, the lightsaber fight, not necessarily, but everything else.
Yes, we've had this conversation.
Yeah, we can't rehash. We don't have time for this.
We don't have time to go into
conversation about the choreography. I am still upset about that.
But most of the film was really, really pretty and really well made and really well acted. And Game of Thrones took that to a whole nother level. Just as much as people like to shit on and I agree with them, I do, on the way that the death of the Dothraki was handled, that sequence was mind-blowing to watch.
Wait, no, you didn't watch the Dothraki scene. It was in total fucking darkness. No one watched the Dothraki scene.
I didn't have an issue with not seeing in that episode. Like, it was... Like, I could see everything that I'm pretty sure I needed to see.
They saved, like, $100 million on just fucking turning off the brightness on that shot. It's like 3 staff members in a parking lot with broomsticks.
I mean, it makes sense. You've got to save your budget to make up so that you can spend it in other places. Like, you know, they built Winterfell.
See, yeah, my opinion is still that all these problems come from season 7 and 8 should have been full-length seasons. If they paced things out better, you would have had to have all these little dialogue bits that would have built better, like the whole Varys reminding people, like, the gods flip a coin, and, you know, to see if they're going to be fucking crazy or not. He should have said that at the beginning of season 7, and then continue, and then she snaps. Not at the very beginning of the episode where the coin lands.
Exactly. No, they're
for the North! Yeah, that's right. Fucking Queen of the North.
Man, Sansa really disappointed me in...
I love Sansa. She's the only one that gave a shit about the North.
Whilst I completely agree that Sansa should have... I'm happy that Sansa ended up as queen. She really disappointed me in the Night King episode, because she's in the crypts with her terrified subjects, and they're like looking to her for reassurance, and she's like,
we're going to fucking die.
We're gonna die. I'm like, which is infuriating to me, and this is the thing emblematic of the bad writing, because at the Battle of the Blackwater, there is a sequence in which all the women and children are in a room with Cersei and Sansa, and Cersei is sitting there getting drunk off her ass, and Sansa is the one who steps up, and she's like, "The king is fighting bravely. We're winning. Let us sing a song." And it's ridiculous, but it works. Like, she calms them down, and now the time comes for her to do this for her own people, and she's like, "We're all gonna die."
Yeah.
I don't know what my character is anymore. Honestly, I'm just here to help Sophie Turner's Instagram feed, and also so that she can feel up Macy Williams behind the shots.
Oof, yeah. I mean, they basically grew up together, so you know there's got to be some connection.
They're very grabby.
Very grabby. How funny was that, too, when they had the shot of Arya, like, yeah, having one last night before the battle, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, how old is she?" It's like, are you fucking kidding me? She's like 23. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys?
I mean, I was really surprised, though, when that scene happened, because Arya, from the first episode until that point, has always been clothed in, like, 3 layers of other clothing.
True.
And then suddenly it's like, oh, Macy Williams grew up.
They had to keep her looking like the baby sister because she's like 4 feet 5 inches tall. But the problem is that Sophie Turner is like 7'3", so it's like that's the disparity that's coming into play here.
Exactly. It's like when you watch Supernatural.
Ah.
Jensen Ackles looks really short, but that's only because Jared Padalecki is like a giant.
I'm going to trust you on that. I'm sorry, I don't know Supernatural.
Okay. Okay, what are we, 1 minute away?
That's true. I thought they were going to have like a 15-minute pre-show, but that obviously didn't fucking happen. So let's, I'm going to turn on the audio for me/the stream. They got like their
I should probably
bullshit music in the background. So I'll leave. So you guys got the, anyone in our Discord, if you still want to log in and watch it with us, make sure you go to that link in the general chat.
Okay, putting the...
Where's the link?
It's if you scroll up to where I posted it, it has that and the password.
God, that's very calming music. Okay, I'm gonna have to try low voice now because...
Yeah, this sounds like some Skyrim music.
Although, okay. So, I mean, starting. All right, let's do this.
Oh my god.
What are we gonna get? Okay.
All right, so I have just enough where they'll still mainly hear us, but they can hear everything on stream as well.
Cool.
Oh, wait, Ramon, you said it wrong. You need to say "let's do this" like you're in Call of Duty.
Let's do this.
Oh shit! Here we go again.
Oh shit! Here we go again.
6, 2, 1. It begins.
It begins.
You know, they've never outdone their very first intro.
Oh no. Why do they always open with these, like, corporate-y looking videos?
There is no game without the players.
I liked the first one, where they had the Hive.
Yeah, the 2015 one was perfect, so they can never top that, but I don't know. It just seems like it sets a weird tone, right? Like I feel like it's my first day in an office, like, okay, gotta watch all the mandatory videos. And then I can go to the lunchroom and buy snack. So I'm so tired.
You are definitely not afraid to tell us how you feel.
Sometimes
challenges us.
our feedback sometimes challenges you.
Always challenging ourselves.
Most of the time.
Community. It's really beautiful.
I'm Dinga Bakaba, and I used to take a week off every time a Bethesda.
A lot of people used to take weeks off after Bethesda games came out. Doesn't happen anymore.
Daggerfall
No,
was one of the
that
very
is
first
kinda
games
sad.
that got me into the Elder Scrolls world.
I'm Dana Christo, and I started out as a 16-year-old gamer who just wanted to bring joy to others through video games.
And now I'm game director at Arcane Studios.
Now I'm a game programmer at id Software.
Now I get to be a part of building that world as the creative director on Elder Scrolls Online.
Now I'm a UI programmer at Bethesda Game Studios, and it's everything I could have dreamed of. I see you.
I see you.
I see you.
We see you.
Because we are you.
And together,
Together?
We are all. We are all.
we are all.
We are all.
We all. Damn it.
That means you're all to blame.
What is the song? This is
Yeah, is
doing
it a cover?
nothing for me.
What?
I gotta say, every studio does this though, where it's like a weird non-matching song with a compilation of their games. Like they never fit.
What? The only time I think it has fit was when Bethesda did their 2015 video.
Yeah.
Like that, with the hides. That was cool. But this is not working at all.
It's not. You need some, like, rock or metal here, maybe.
Yeah, get me pumped.
Just
Give
get
me some
Mick Gordon to play something.
Yeah,
It's that
Mick
easy.
Gordon will do it. He'll
You
rock
own
out on
Mick
stage.
Gordon.
He's done it before.
Or actually, Andrew WK with the Rage 2 stuff. I like Andrew WK. That would have been fun.
I don't know. That was really awkward when they did that.
It was
Please no
awkward,
live performance
but
of
I
Andrew
just-
WK.
No, the live performance was bad. That was bad.
Yeah, that. The only live performance they're allowed to do is Mick Gordon.
Sony also did well with what's his name from Last of Us. That was really good.
Yes, yeah. Why don't I remember his name?
Oh,
Yeah.
he was sitting in the crowd. I'm one of you guys, so don't get mad at me. I'm one of you. We're not corporate. Stop yelling at me!
Thank you.
Get off stage, Pete Hines. You're just Diet Todd.
Awesome. Thank you guys for being here. Thank everyone watching around the world to tuning in to watch our 5th annual E3 showcase. This
You
is
look
a
so
night
uncomfortable.
dedicated to those who love games, who love the incredible entertainment that games provide. This past year, you fought demons on Mars and Nazis in America. You were assassins in the Empire, adventurers in Tamriel,
Could he
and
sound any more bland?
Yes, we did survive the
survivors in
wasteland.
the wasteland.
We survived Fallout 76.
Look at that big
Embark on these
fucking
amazing
pause.
adventures on PC, console, VR, mobile, or wherever and however you choose to play. And that's the key. You
No,
take
we
the
make
worlds
them
that
fun
we
by
create,
modding.
and you make them yours. You share your
Yeah, when we were
experiences
able
with
to.
other players, with
Yeah,
friends
by
and your
modding
family.
them.
With our games, you've built large global communities that truly matter. This year, we want to give special recognition to the
Yes, it's
extraordinary
called the
Bethesda
modding
team.
community.
As you saw in our opening video, you mean everything to us.
Shut
Must be
the
sad
fuck
to see
up.
it go so down.
Unless you want your Fallout rum in a glass bottle.
That wasn't even very good rum either.
That's what I've heard. How easy
Yeah,
is
it
it to
was-
pour a bottle mold? It's so fucking
When I
easy.
first started,
Heck,
one of my
they even
first
said
responsibilities
it costs
was
more
moderating
money to make the
courses
plastic mold than
with
it did to
you,
make
keep
the
you up to
glass
date on our
bottle,
games. It was
than
a
it did to
great
make
way
the
to
glass
start my
one.
career
It's
at
like,
Bethesda,
just
because
make
it was
the
a perfect
glass!
reminder of why we do what we do. And like so many others at Bethesda, I've spent a lot of time with you at events around the world. I've enjoyed meeting so many of you and getting your thoughts and feedback. So tonight, we'll be taking time throughout the show. to
That's
hear
a bad
directly
idea.
From some of you
Seriously,
in the
That's a
Bethesda
bad
community.
idea, Pete.
We are thrilled tonight to show our fans the lineup of great
no.
games we've been creating.
So
just for you,
Bethesda basically
including the
made a
premiere
human
of some
shield
exciting
out
new
of the
games.
fans.
And
This
we'll
is
go
like the
deep
Soviets covering the
into
tanks
Eternal.
in infantry. So when they die, you can't get mad at us. We look at all the fans.
So, if you're ready, let's kick it off. And to get an update from our friends at one of the most celebrated development studios in the world, Bethesda Game Studios. Please welcome
Already?
Studio Head and my good friend.
They're opening
Todd
with
Howard.
Todd?
Oh my god.
That doesn't happen.
That is a bit
Huh.
strange.
I suppose they want to. Maybe they'll use Doom Eternal as their closing, because you know that will be an actual good game.
That'll keep people sticking around.
Thank you.
I'm gonna play the fuck out of it.
But so am I.
Great to see everybody. We have had an incredibly
Yes, you have.
exciting year at Bethesda Game Studios.
Exciting is one word.
That excitement impressed your
Holy
soldier.
shit! He just. By God.
Oh, wow.
Actually, over the last year, we've had over 60 million players in our games, our most ever. And it's all of you.
Yeah, but they're counting fucking mobile games.
Right.
Do you know how many people downloaded our free shit on their Android or iPhone?
It's all of you who have made these worlds what they are.
Ooh, we don't want to.
Fallout 76.
I know you want us to take Fallout 76.
We
but-
weren't able to make them what we wanted because there was no mod support.
A type of game we'd never done before. And we got a lot of well-deserved.
At least he's being open about it. That is surprising.
The best online communities we've ever seen. We made a post-apocalyptic survival game where you can do whatever you want and everybody's nice to each other. They don't go on killing griefing sprees. They leave food and water for the newbies and wave to each other. I don't know about you. This should
They
go
don't
all
go on
over
killing or
humanity when
griefing
the
sprees
apocalypse
because
does
you
come.
tend to. You don't really allow that. Like, you've got to turn that on, don't you?
Yeah, and you like server ban people who even say mean things to each other.
And we have a lot more in store this year for Fallout 76. But first, our latest game, The Elder Scrolls Blades, is in early access. And thanks to all of you, it became our second straight
It became our second best Fallout. It became our
Shelter.
second best mobile
Absolutely
game.
incredible.
It's the second mobile game we've made, but became the second best one.
Have you guys played Skyrim on your
To tell you
phones?
what's coming to Blades, let me introduce project leader Craig Lafferty and art director Matt Carafano.
It's a fucking mobile game. They're kicking off the event with a fucking mobile game? Are you kidding me?
I think that.
Is this
They're
an
gonna
out of
get it
season
out.
April Fool's joke?
Thanks, Todd. It's great to be here at E3. And thanks
No,
again to
it
all
was
of
number
you for
2.
making
He
Blades
just said
number
it
one.
was number 2.
As
This
someone
whole
who's worked
conference
on
is
the
number
Elder
2.
Scrolls For 20 years. It's been incredible to bring this world to your
I wouldn't give
phones.
it that high a number.
I love those classic dungeon crawlers, and it's clear.
But then
you do
again,
as
this is
well.
the video game
And whether
community.
you're
We kind of
exploring
can't
a
count to
dungeon or
3.
building your
I meant
town,
no.
it's
That's
great to
it.
be able to
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Thank
just
you,
Valve.
Steam. That yeah. It's like
We're releasing our biggest update yet.
it's
featuring
like an
all new
inherited
jobs and
disease.
solo arena battles. An all-new custom jewelry system. And a brand new Dragon
Oh, brand new
Quest
Dragon
line.
Quest line for the game no one.
Custom jewelry system, aka new things in our microtransaction store
It has even
for
more,
you to
but
buy.
Best of all, it's coming out tonight.
Ah, okay, so it's officially out of access on.
So, download free tonight and give it a try.
And we're also hard at work on our arena mode for this fall that'll feature PvP, your own guilds, and visiting your friends' towns. But most exciting this year,
Called it.
we're also bringing Blades to an all-new platform.
Switch? Really?
Blades.
Okay, I
Of
did not call
course,
that.
of course.
I did not call that. I thought it was going to get a PC release.
At least Switch is kind of a mobile system, so it makes more sense.
Yeah. Exactly.
Versus like fucking PS4.
Yeah, well, my little brother will like that. He's got a Switch now. Mind you, he's...
Skyrim
he's a-
already on
he-
the Switch?
It is, yeah. I suppose, yeah, that's a good point. He's a discerning... he wouldn't play Skyrim on Switch. He has it on PC.
Yes, Blades is coming this fall to the Nintendo Switch, and yes, it's still free.
Free, asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. Yeah, it's free until the Chinese government pumps your
Blades
credit card
is the
details.
perfect fit for the Switch. You can play on the go, on your TV, and with motion controls.
That is cool.
But best
Cross-play
of all,
across
it's
the
cross-play and
platforms.
cross-progression with the mobile version. So you can start tonight on mobile, and all your progress will carry over. And it's playable.
They are
here at
very
E3
awkward on
in our
stage.
booth
To be fair, they're
and
not
Nintendo.
presenters, they're developers. We can't really shame them for that.
Exactly. So they're probably better at the latter. Usually how it goes.
And for those of you playing on
Exactly.
mobile, we also have some special
It's hard to be good at
rewards for
both,
both
to
our
be
Apple
honest.
and Google players this week. So download tonight and let us know what you think. Thanks again.
Wow, they're actually talking
okay,
about
so
okay then.
Jeff and Tom. To tell
and
you what's
okay, so
coming for Fallout
first up,
76.
right out of the gate, Vermont was wrong about Elder Scrolls on being on PC.
Hi, I'm Project Leader Jeff Gardner.
And I'm co-studio director Tom Mustaine.
Woo!
On behalf of everyone at Bethesda Game Studios, we want to thank the millions of you who have played with us.
Players stuck with you?
Stuck with us.
Really?
And helped shape the world of Fallout 76.
They shaped it by nuking it, both metaphorically and literally.
It's incredible what the game has become. You've told us how much you've loved this year's updates so far, from camp building, legendary weapons, player vending, and of course, the dreaded sheep squatch. We've also been working on our biggest update yet.
Will it change it for the good?
Wastelanders.
Will it make it a game?
It will
Is it fun yet?
Fundamentally change the game.
It's been some time since Vault 76 opened its door. And we all discovered that Appalachia isn't quite what it used to be. We encountered a lot.
Saying a lot implies that there was content.
Are they gonna do like a cataclysm type thing?
I don't think any of us expected for people.
Oh, look, they have NPCs now.
Are you from the
Whoa, that's the original dialogue box. Look, they're unfucking the game.
traveled pretty far?
Well, I'll be goddamn.
Heard there's hope here in Appalachia.
Look, you don't get points for unfucking your game.
That's true.
Like,
Right by your side.
giving them points for this.
How bad would it be if that were Preston Garvey?
And seen everything. And the one thing we've learned is this. You gotta claim the wasteland before it claims you.
Ugh!
The question is,
That is gross looking.
are you with us or them?
Choice and consequences. Look, we're adding in the things that people actually play Fallout for.
Oh my god. Maybe I didn't waste $90.
You totally did.
You did. You can get it for like $2.
Yeah, yeah. Coming in the fall. Okay, great. Yeah, just 6 months away, guys.
That's right. Human NPCs
Do you think they're going to add actual writing to it as well?
This is Bethesda. Don't push it.
I mean, the very beginning, it could have been that way. You just have a symbol saying if it's a real person or not.
And as you saw,
Yeah. Like I think they did it just so that they could have the gimmick of.
This is a long-term story we're telling. Year 1 was about the vault doors opening and all of you settling the wasteland. Year 2 is about people coming back to reclaim it. Like
Characters have
previous
stories
Fallout
and
games,
goals?
these
What a
characters have
unique
their own
idea.
Stories and goals. It's up to you to choose how to interact with them and live with those consequences.
Shoot them.
The Wastelanders update is coming this fall.
Oh, look, the
and it'll
update will be free.
for all Fallout
It
76
fucking
players.
better. How bad would that have been? It's only 500 Adam for your update.
And in the spirit of free, we're doing something special just for E3. Fallout 76 is going to have
Fallout
a free
76
trial
having a
for
free
everyone
trial, the only way they
starting
could make it
tomorrow.
cheaper.
I'm still not going to download it.
Ditto.
That's right, it's the perfect time to see what Fallout 76 and its growing community have become. We can't wait to welcome all of you.
Yeah, maybe
And
do the free
because
trial week
so
after the
many of you
NPCs come
are
out.
going to be joining us, we thought we'd also give you a sneak peek
That's a
this
better
week
idea.
at an all-new game mode. Check it out.
Horde mode.
Your first test was making it to the vault. Now, your real trial begins. Currently, there is no overseer of Vault 51.
Ooh, 51.
Perhaps you will be the one.
This
Oh,
looks
they're doing
interesting.
this again.
We are in serious need of leadership. So
They've got a Diet Stella.
unique process of elimination.
Yep.
Yeah,
Royale.
there we. battle royale.
I mean, we've known
gotta
that
be.
was happening.
This is full on meme.
They're even calling it the Storm.
Should prove interesting.
And of course, playing the Ring of Fire.
Why? They're actually adding battle royales to Fallout. That, my god.
Of course they are.
I want to say
Hang
I'm
on,
surprised, but I'm
I've actually have to just go download and replay Fallout 1 just to clean myself.
Also, the Ring of Fire refers to the Pacific Ring of Fire of volcanoes. It wouldn't have anything to do with Appalachia.
And then you light everything on fire.
Yay.
The guy just pulls out.
Have we had a Skybolt cover of Ring of Fire yet?
No, I actually did that in high school though. The normal one for a Battle of the Bands.
Yeah. You should you should do a cover of it.
I should put that on my list.
It would sound good with your voice.
The
It would.
By the way, the Heartaches by the Number parody just came out yesterday. If you haven't checked that out, users, you should go do that.
Fuck yeah, we put a battle
Terminal
royale
Secrets
in
51.
Fallout
Have we
76.
done Stable 51?
That's
I don't know
right.
if we have.
Nuclear Winter is a battle royale.
I would
born
have to
from the
check.
Fallout
I
universe.
don't have a
From power
list.
armor to perk cards.
I don't
from
think we
camp building
have.
to contending with wasteland creatures, and of course,
81.
my personal favorite, nukes.
What was the
It's a great
537
free addition
stable?
to an already huge game.
27?
537. I could never remember the numbers, to be honest.
I think it was 27, you said. Something like that.
So
I'll have to
check
go
out the
double
sneak
check.
peek and let us know what
I
you
remember.
think. Remember,
I
all
really,
of
really.
Fallout 76,
The
including
only stable
Nuclear
number
Winter,
that I can
is free
remember
to
is
try
stable
this
X,
week
and
on
that's just because
all
it's a letter.
platforms.
And then we had 73. Oh, 50, right? 50 was the
jump
one from
in
Tinged
tomorrow. We
Mint.
can't
So that
wait
might
to
be what
see
they're
you.
thinking.
I think that was it. Yeah.
How come I have to remember this? I didn't even write Tinged Mint. Is this like offhanding knowledge?
Everything we've talked about that's coming this year.
Okay,
is
NPCs.
free.
Yeah,
We
you
get
fucking
to
better be
represent
Todd.
Hundreds of passionate developers across 4 studio locations in North America working on multiple projects. Yes, we're still hard at work on our next-gen RPGs, Starfield, and of course...
He said a name, guys.
Elder
Cheer
Scrolls
for him.
6.
He said a name.
We know how precious these game worlds are to all of you, and they are to us. We know the time you spend in them is important. Keep telling us what you love, what you'd like to see us do better. Thank you again, everybody, for your support.
We
Really,
don't
even
believe in
more
you
so, wanna thank
anymore.
everybody for
We did
believing in us.
once. It was a beautiful dream.
But in that time, there's been
That was a weird interstitial. That was almost like an ender.
Wait, Shinji Mikami.
I'm sorry, what?
I would love to tango right now.
Hello.
What games do they make? I'm not familiar with these. Tango Down, Tango Down.
I'd like to start
Yeah, he
by
made
greeting
Resident
my-
Evil.
in
Oh
person.
shit!
I don't know. Yeah.
Also,
What
say
the
Monday morning
to my dragon.
But there's
Hello. I don't know who
No,
I'm saying
hello.
hello to, but hello.
East Corp.
Hello, East Court. I am the dragon. I am what you fear in the night. I am what kisses this one.
Tonight,
I
am
really
excited
shouldn't
to
have let him
announce the
speak
next
words.
game
I
for
regret
fans
this.
What? Okay, so they're announcing a new game.
Wire
Who had a new
Tokyo.
game?
Ghostwire Tokyo.
Who had brand new game on their...
Shit, I don't think any of us did.
Cinder. Nope.
Did Cinder
Cinder.
have one?
Yeah.
Okay
It is
then.
an action-adventure
Yep.
game in
I
which
figured they'd
you will
announce
fight
something.
Paranormal enemy and rid the city of supernatural evil. I think you love it. To tell you more about Ghostwire Tokyo, here is creative director.
Oh, cool. So they just brought out one person to bring out another person. That
That is kind of weird, yeah.
is weird.
Excuse me, I need
I think
to
they
go
just
get
wanted to get the
ready.
youth.
There we go. Got drinks now.
Wow. Wow, so many people. Wow. Thank you. ありがとうございます。
Arigato to you too.
I feel bad. She's trying.
No, I never discount people who.
This is a wonderful, adorable person.
I do like her. Yeah, I'm getting cutesy vibes.
He just seems really nice and personable.
Mm-hmm. All right, now I gotta throw fucking Curie on screen now.
People are vanishing in Tokyo. You must find out why.
Okay then.
You will encounter
Okay.
conspiracies and the occult. You have to explore the world, face challenges, to uncover the truth and save
Okay, she
humanity.
is adorable. What the hell?
In the game, you will meet spirits, some dangerous, some peaceful, and survivors that each have their stories. You will need to ask yourself, it is normal or paranormal? I ask myself this question every time I go to the office. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh my
We
god.
are
Just
very
kidding, just kidding.
excited. Let's take a look. Mitenet. Thank you.
That was so adorable.
That was really adorable.
Watch them follow it up with horrible nightmares.
Yeah, exactly.
That was their other trick. Is Todd throwing adorable people on there.
Why do people like that shot of that shot of bird's eye views and umbrellas so much? Like, I see it everywhere.
See, I can never relate because I'm from a place that rains like 5 times a year, so I don't have a close connection with that.
I have only one thing to say about this.
That was cool.
That was. I repeat, I still only have one thing to say about it.
Japanese leftovers
What?
looks pretty cool, actually.
Oh, yeah, papi.
Sheepy.
Skeletons. Yes, fight the skeletons with a bow and arrow. That'll work.
Do
you
it.
Clearly never played D&D.
These visuals
Ooh,
are batshit.
That was pretty cool.
That was cool. That transition was awesome.
Extend that arch into fucking infinity.
God, the scene transitions are really good.
It's less
Oh, okay,
confusing
there we
than
go.
the first Death Stranding trailer, so they're already doing okay on that.
I have no idea what this game's about, but
But I want it.
I'm
it
somewhat
has
sold.
I'm interested. This looks interesting. It looks so different for a Bethesda published game.
And
Well, I mean,
now we
ZeniMax has done the
smash
same thing,
cut
right?
Plateau.
Just buying up a
Playing
shitload of
Bethesda games, I
studios.
work as a mechanical engineer.
I work in a
Damn,
hospital.
that dude has some
I used to work
serious
with kids.
cheekbones.
I'm an electrician.
Don't worry, we're just gonna smash cut the tone into a pit.
Program assistant
Into just
a private school for children with autism.
I'm trying to be an artist. I like to think of myself as one.
Make like back-end systems that it's really boring.
Maybe permanently or temporarily I'm a full-time streamer.
I got a YouTube channel. I make my own yarn.
I'm a social worker.
Teaching inmates.
I'm a game developer working at a video game
So
cafe.
we're just hearing from
Since the game came out. I remember being in the 8th grade and
fans
a buddy
now.
of mine
That
giving me the shareware demo on 3.5.
I thought we got enough of this at the beginning, to be
Older brother picked up
honest.
Fallout 3, and
like-
They already said they're gonna do this all throughout.
the reason for E3 is that we want to hear from the developers. We spend the whole year hearing the opinions of players.
Half of these people are going to be raging on Twitter afterwards anyway.
It was amazing.
You would look out and you'd be like, oh, I want to go there. And then you could go there, which was wild.
Go out into the world.
I know it's not something that can really be fixed, but it always bothered me seeing the ring light of cameras and the reflection in people's eyes. Like, it's kind of an effect, but I still always notice it. That Morgan cosplay is pretty good, though.
Yeah.
At least she dressed up for the occasion. I guess that guy with the vault, that cat.
Stop adding dragons to your game. Add dragons to Fallout. Add dragons to Rage.
Add dragons to Fallout, and then make them
That
bats.
was weird.
Mecha dragons. More dragons.
Oh god, the Elder Scrolls Online is still a thing. Like, I tried to play it earlier this year, and I got so fucking bored.
I think you mean Skyrim Online.
Yeah, what are these Elder Scrolls? I've never heard of them. Skyrim 2.5. Skyrim World. World of Skyrim.
Thank you, everyone. Wow, thank you. And I just want to shout out to our friend Greg there, the one in the video that really loves dragons. I'm happy to say, Greg, the Elder Scrolls Online has dragons.
It better.
Right now, in fact, players are deep into the season of the dragon, our year-long story about greed, revenge, cat people, and of course,
cat people are pretty great.
Cat people are pretty great.
Tonight's focus on the community resonates with me and everyone at
If you have
ZeniMax
coin.
Online Studios because
I want my
ESO
Fox
literally
people.
would not
That's right.
exist without you. Watching you play the game, streaming,
Foxy lady
telling
foxes.
stories, hearing your feedback, we understand
Bunny people.
that you
You can get bunny people if you just play
of the
FF14.
world of Tamriel.
All you need is 2 bunny people, and you'll have tons of bunny people in a short amount of time.
Thank you. Thank you for making ESO the extraordinary adventure it is today. The past year has been a huge success for ESO. More Game of the Year awards, millions more players have joined. So many, in fact, that we recently added more server capacity just to support all the new players in Tamriel.
Elder Girls Online. No, that would be a much better game.
ESO just keeps getting bigger and better. Just a few days ago, we launched the Elder Scrolls Online elsewhere. The latest chapter.
I remember being so excited for this game.
That's the edgiest way of writing elsewhere ever.
Where you're able to visit for the first time the homeland of the
I
Khajiit,
was so
as well
amped
as
for this
Control
game.
the Dead as
I
the
bought
new
it day
Necromancer
one.
class.
I was going to buy the
If you
collector's
haven't played
edition.
it yet,
The only
elsewhere
reason I didn't
is
was because the store ran
perfect
out of
starting point
copies.
for new players.
I think I stopped playing it after a month.
When we announced Season of the Dragon,
After I got Star Wars Galaxies as a kid and didn't realize how MMOs work, and so my parents obviously didn't want to pay for a monthly installment, I never really touched MMOs again. It kind of dissuaded me.
I really enjoy MMOs. I think they can be done really well.
I had the giant Prima guide and everything. Fucking worthless.
The problem is them actually doing it right. Which is
Exactly. I think Guild Wars 2 has the right idea.
I think they have the right idea, but they do need to do some more work.
My god, they need to do some more work. But they're not doing too bad.
I just was never in that mindset, so I'm not a good person to talk about that.
Look, I played WoW, so I can't talk.
Okay, now there we go. My roommate is so excited. Classic.
I haven't touched World of Warcraft in, oh jeez, it's been almost a decade.
So is it classic in terms of 2004 graphics also, or is it remastered graphics?
No. So you can it's one of those things where it gives you a button where you can switch between the graphics, but he's playing with the original graphics because the original game was built for those graphics, like with that draw distance and stuff. If you tried to play those areas now, you'd be able to see too much.
That was like Halo Anniversary, where I liked the updated graphics, but I still liked switching back pretty freely. That was a really neat thing.
Exactly.
You really see how far graphics have come, too.
Oh yeah, I love being able to do that. I love how I love that this trailer is so engaging that we're busy talking about other MMOs.
Yeah, exactly. The other thing too, though, is both of those anniversary Halos. I don't like that they did new soundtrack because they were both shitter than the original, and B, I don't like that they kind of expanded the cutscenes and rewrote some stuff. It's like add scenes, sure, but don't rewrite stuff that already existed.
Exactly.
Man, I can't wait until to have access to the Summon Hellriders spell.
We're watching a skeleton beating up a dragon. Boring.
I don't know.
That guy had like way more bones than a guy should have.
Cause he gives you a fuck.
Okay, that was funny. That because she hissing at the dragon was actually really funny. But mostly it just makes me want to go play Skyrim again.
So, how does that work? So, my question is, how are they justifying bringing dragons in without
No idea.
See, this is just a CGI trailer, though. Like, what is the gameplay?
Yeah.
Like, this is
The
like neat
gameplay
and
and-
stuff, but you know, this is like
is
when
a
you see a
very-
League of Legends trailer and then you see a League of Legends game, and you're like, wait, what? Wait, what?
Exactly.
Hold on.
The thing is at least in League of Legends, they make it so you still have the same abilities.
That's true.
Exactly, and this in
Ow.
this you can't do that to a dragon.
You can't just cut through a dragon wing like that. That's bullshit.
Yeah, you can't do that with pirate sails either.
Oh shit!
Rip the knife out
It's
of
like
your
Game of Thrones all over again. No, Rhaegar.
Except I'm somehow less invested.
And that guy's bones are somehow less broken. I don't
Look,
see
Bethesda,
how, by the way.
Just leave the catgirls to me, okay? That's just Untypical does it well enough. You just stop it.
Yeah.
We have dragons and catgirls if you guys want.
I know, and ours have a reason to not die from fall damage. Because she dies from fall damage.
Yeah, but then Jessica comes back.
Exactly.
She dies and comes back all the time.
I'm surprised we didn't make that joke in the first episode.
Elsewhere.
Ah!
That's right, another cliffhanger. You may have recognized the return of Sai Sahan, the legendary Redguard Swordmaster. He's the legendary Redguard Swordmaster you met as part of
They
the
were
original
companions?
5 companions.
Never got
He's
that
back
far.
as the leader of the Dragon Guard, a group of dragon hunting warriors you've seen.
I wonder how many times they can say the word dragon
featured
before
in
it
our
gets
fourth quarter
stupid.
story DLC named Dragon,
Oh, wait,
Oh,
done.
they said it again. Yep.
which will complete the season.
There
of
it is
Dragon.
again.
We've got a lot more to share about the return of Sai and
It's
the
like
Dragon
Metal
Guard,
Gear.
which we'll unveil at QuakeCon later this summer.
None has changed.
Before then, keep an eye out for a dungeon DLC adventure called Scalebreaker, which you'll see in August. Thank you so much for your support of the Elder Scrolls Online. We're humbled by
I
your
do kind of want a
enthusiasm.
gif
Your
of
enthusiasm
that
for the
because
game
she hissing
motivates
at the
us
dragon.
every day. You guys
That
are
was
seriously
a
awesome. Thank you.
legitimately funny, cool moment.
But I have something else to talk about. The Elder Scrolls Online isn't the only game
Oh,
in development
God.
at ZeniMax Online Studios. We
Okay,
have
so that's
several
another
other
new game.
projects, one of which we're ready to reveal tonight. And to tell us
Okay,
all
so they're
about it,
revealing a
the game's
fair
creative director,
few new
Kira
games.
Schwartz.
That's surprising. Oh, she's so happy to be there.
You think it's a new IP or a derivative of something else?
Hi, everyone. And now, for something completely
I do like seeing people just be happy to be on stage.
Imagine
I do
a
like that.
classic Saturday morning cartoon in
The
free-to-play
words that just came out of her
mobile
mouth.
game form.
Duh.
Let's take a look.
Was this like
What?
Toontown?
I'm sorry, what?
What the? Commander Keen? Really?
What? That's... Okay, I wasn't expecting that.
Is this
a
a known property? Do you guys know what this is?
Yeah, it was one
it's
of
older than I
Bethesda's-
am.
Yeah, it was. I think it was not even not the. Was it, yeah, I think it was like one of Bethesda's first games.
Look, Commander Keen
One of
was
its
released in
sorry, one of its first
1990.
games.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's older than me too. see
Who
it.
developed it? I'm getting confused now. "3D Realms," that was it.
Look, the last game was made in 2001 for the Game Boy
There we go.
iOS and Android.
Who had new mobile
If you're
game?
hearing about Commander Keen for the first time,
I did.
It was one of the first
I think we
PC
both- I
action
think we all
games
did.
created by id Software in the early 90s. Yeah.
Huh. Okay. This really was a now for something
Boy
completely
genius
different
Billy
moment.
Blaze, whose alter ego Commander Keen protected Earth. All of us at ZeniMax Online Studios want to give a really big thanks to our friends at id for trusting us to deliver our modern take on this classic game.
It's not like they were doing anything with it.
Right. They're too busy making Bethesda's only good game.
So, tonight, as we introduce Commander Keen to a new generation of players, we're also introducing the next generation of heroes.
Okay,
Meet
that's
Billy.
Billy!
I
Twin
like the two
geniuses
different
who
Billies.
follow in their famous
that's
father's
cool.
footsteps. The new commanders are, of course, funny and powerful, but the game is also full of enemies.
Yeah,
allies,
brother-sister twins are
God.
always a fun
really
dynamic.
bad guys.
Oh,
The
no.
twins build wacky gadgets
Oh.
from household items to save the Earth from
Oh.
certain alien destruction. Drag and drop gadgets to
Our
summon allies,
phones
attack
are
enemies,
actually really
and
powerful.
move through the environment. Choose
Why
from a noodle of contraptions
is
to conquer
this what we're...
challenges.
Like, there is
Try
actually
saying that
really
5
good
times fast.
potential for mobile games.
The twins go on adventures.
See, the problem is
Blades,
the battery is never good enough, and there aren't accompanying like control like panels, so you have to use the
Story
screen.
mode, you'll overcome aliens.
If phones were more like a DS or a Game Boy Advance SP, then when you got all these buttons on the bottom, maybe it would work, but it doesn't work like
That's
that.
the thing, though. That's the thing, though. That's a problem.
Yeah.
The entire gaming
and claim the flag
from
to
start
gain
to now,
ultimate victory.
video game development has been a series of solving
On
problems.
iOS and Android.
That's a problem that can be solved.
Yeah, be the person who makes a console-esque attachment with an extra battery pack and controllers that you can just plug your phone into.
I mean, hell,
Can't
these
wait
days,
to
everyone,
kick some asteroid
more people these days have an extra battery in their pockets.
Yeah, how many people do you
would
see with those
happily-
giant bricks?
If they hit us with good mobile games and a phone that could actually run it without dying,
We need
I'd be
motherfucking
happy.
graphene. Where's Elon Musk on this?
We, like you, love mobile games. In addition to
No,
Blade,
I don't like mobile
Oh,
games. Shut up, Diet Todd. You bitch.
Oh god, more Fallout Shelter.
Oh, yay!
Oh, cool. Their attempt at taking out Hearthstone. And they're going to
The
fail
Elder
too.
Scrolls, the Elder Scrolls Legends is just their most nothing title.
Continued to grow thanks to a lot of upgrades, new features, and
Gwent has proven more popular.
The name Skyrim is in the title, so I don't care.
Gwent is fun though.
I honestly forgot Scrolls Legends even existed.
They talk about it every single goddamn E3, but
No one cares.
I really enjoy Gwent, but after a while I fell off of it.
I really can't remember the last time I saw someone play a phone game, to be honest. Like, they must exist, but I can't remember a time.
You can play the original Knights of the Old Republic and Baldur's Gate games on your phone.
Oh yeah, probably easily.
Yeah, those are reasons to play.
I
The
don't
game
know,
on your
mobile
phone.
gaming in general, maybe because I'm an old man now. It's just, I don't get it.
Look, I haven't played
This
a
is a
mobile
terrible trailer.
Who let the mud crabs in the bar again? We're gonna kick you out with the mud crab.
Again, they're trying to copy Hearthstone.
They are.
What is Hearthstone again?
It's the World of Warcraft card game that actually is a sequel to the old Warcraft card game.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, it's actually pretty well put together. It's not quite Magic the Gathering, but
Magic enough.
It's decently built.
I've heard good things about it.
It's one of those few games where you can play it along with playing something else.
This was a very dumb trailer. Like,
yeah.
Goddamn, that was. They said dragons again.
See, dragons.
We made Skyrim, guys.
If you enjoy other card games,
We made.
or looking for something that
Do you remember
provides a little
Skyrim?
deeper
We
challenge,
made
you
Skyrim.
can download Legends for free on the
Pete
App
Hines
Store
has
and
overly
begin
intense
playing
eyes
tonight.
also.
Legends Plus expansion, Moons of Elsewhere, will be available
Like, every time he
June
looks at the
26th
camera, it's like a
for
threat, like,
PC,
you better
Mac,
play this
mobile,
game.
and tablet. You can head over to Bethesda Net to get a glimpse of
Play
the new cards and content, or play it this week in our booth. I'll see you there, clapping. Now, speaking of
Did
new
you
content,
release Rage
3
2?
weeks ago,
I don't remember
we
hearing
released
about it that
Rage
much.
2. And now in
They did.
It's like it launched and then disappeared, just like Rage 1.
It was my little brother came to me the other day and he was saying, "What is Rage 2? Is it like supposed to be Borderlands and Doom but together?" And I thought, shit, that would actually be really awesome. It's a shame they didn't make that.
It really is, because the game that they made should not have been an open world game. Like,
God, they were leaning so ahead.
I'm sorry. Okay, this is the...
What is... Oh, God.
Okay, this is the kind of tone that they could get away... This is the kind of game they could only get away with Rage. Just because...
It still feels a lot like Borderlands, like a ripoff, though, than, like, genuine.
Mm-hmm.
And Borderlands has a new game coming out, too, so it's like, are they competitors now, or what?
No.
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 Borderlands has a fan base. This doesn't.
This game would have been a lot better if it hadn't been open world.
Probably if it had also had better writing to justify its tone.
Yeah, I remember when Rage 1 first came out, all I heard was that the game ended so suddenly at the end, people were like, wait, what? That's it?
Plus, the fact that, oh, the big bad guys of the story showed up at the very end of the campaign without ever having been seen before.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, that was a problem. This time they show up at the beginning, then go for a coffee break that lasts most of the game.
What the fuck is that hair?
It's even stupider in the main game. For some reason, they decided to...
That was funny.
It was.
So wait, they can say shit, but they can't say fuck? Like, so what is it? A decidedly teen conference?
I mean... Wolfenstein.
Ah, good. The series with really weird quality of writing shifts.
But not between games, within the same game. Like, the first half of Wolfenstein 2 was written incredibly well, and the second half was like, what? Let's cut the character's head off and bring him back to life.
This year we take you back to Europe with 2 new Wolfenstein games.
2 new games?
We are bringing Nazi
Cool.
killing into virtual reality with
Cyberpilot and Youngblood.
If they manage to make
Wolfenstein Cyberpilot.
If they manage to make the sense of scale actually work, then it'll be the Armored Core game that never was. They probably won't manage to make the sense of scale work.
Cyberpilot will be available this July.
If they fuck up the sense of scale, there's no reason to play that.
I mean, I think machine games can handle scale.
Okay, so a giant mech needs to feel like a giant mech.
It does.
Oh, 2 new games.
Robo Doggos.
That's on one of them being a mobile game? Oh, wait, that's already something that we're talking about.
This summer, we are going to be launching Wolfenstein Youngblood.
Young man, are you listening to me?
With a gameplay experience that is bigger than any previous Wolfenstein game.
I said, young man. God, I haven't thought about that song in years.
More ways to customize your playstyle.
And now it's stuck in your brain.
Yes, yes it is. You're a fucking monster.
I gotta take back what I said earlier. This guy has more intense eyes than Pete Hines.
He stares
does.
at your soul.
He looks like he has a gun to the back of his head. Please play my game, or else they will ship me back to Germany.
Yes, Wolfenstein is going co-op.
There's a sniper in the alcoves.
It's Todd.
That needs to be a meme.
Occupied Paris, and it's up to his twin daughters, Jess and Soph, to track him down. In Youngblood, you can still play by
Young
yourself,
man.
or you can partner with a pal,
Well,
double up on shooting, stabbing, and killing.
It is
Nazis.
fun to say killing Nazis, but when you say it so many times, it feels like you're really trying to push the joke.
Yeah.
You also need to say it with some feeling.
Exactly. I think Pete Hines nailed it last year with his when he was like, we're doing this on VR to bring the goal of fuck Nazis to every platform, as opposed to just being like kill Nazis. Which, I mean, yes, kill Nazis, but make it funny.
And the VR turned out so well too.
Nazis are the cultural open target. You can kill Nazis without any moral implications.
Exactly, and you don't even need to treat them with any gravitas or respect. Just humiliate
Boom!
them.
Boom! That guy's a cloud.
Oh, here we go. Sin. Oh, that's right. They had Carpenter Brute in some of their trailers and stuff.
Axe. How long until someone tries to play through the entire game just throwing
with just an
people?
axe? I'll do it. Well, I'll try it. I'll die. But I'll try it.
I mean, I'll still probably play it.
Ditto. I'll probably pirate it.
But
I just remember the first modern one, and I couldn't get past like the 3rd level, and I'm like, do I really care? And I didn't. So,
I like the Wolfenstein games, but weirdly, the gameplay is not great.
Wolfenstein Youngblood releases on
Like,
PlayStation 4, Xbox One,
the gunplay just feels slightly
and
old.
PC on July 26th.
okay, Todd, I said what you wanted me to say. Please let me go.
And if you can't wait, stop by our E3 booth.
Look at that glance off screen.
Thank you.
He knows they've got a gun to his head.
And now, I'd like to welcome to the stage my dear friends from Arcane Lyon, who worked with us on these two
So Arcane are
Wolfenstein
coming
games,
through, so are we
Inga
gonna get
and
new Dishonored?
See, I never
Is it-
played the
is it already
Dishonored
time
games, but I thought they had really pretty, like, art style, like, architecture.
Mm.
I really like the blending of architectures they got in there.
I've never played the second Dishonored, but I loved Dishonored.
We love you too.
We love you too.
Hi.
My
I'm Dinga
God,
Bakaba,
his
and
mustache.
Game director at Arcane Lyon.
He is so French.
He is aggressively French. As much of a contradiction as that is.
We've been working
Holy
on
shit.
other projects at Arcane Lyon.
He is passive-aggressively French.
We're excited to announce our latest first-person action game. It's something innovative, stylish, and different from anything we've done before.
Let me begin
Ho, ho,
by
ho.
saying bienvenue to the
Wow.
frozen island of Black Reef. This is a place of mystery where looks can kill.
Okay, so this is an original game.
Oh wait, it's not Dishonored? Oh shit.
It's not Dishonored. Huh.
A time
Dancing
of
robot
madness.
lady.
And now that we've given you a
With a
small
gun.
taste of the world, let us introduce you to our two deadly rivals, Colt
Wow,
and Julian.
Bethesda really likes to lean into the style of presentation, like that old school.
I mean,
Because,
it
you know,
works for them.
It worked. Well, it worked for Fallout, which means they can just steal it.
Yeah, they can try.
But they kind of have to make it work for other stuff.
Yeah.
Wow, could they have gotten someone?
So is that like a
more
crashed
God,
space
they-
station then?
They're gonna use this song. It's a good song, but just makes me think of Baby Driver, and how it used it much better.
My life's purpose is on this island.
Dead.
And I can't let this go on any longer.
Huh.
The more days I repeat,
This looks interesting, actually.
the more certain I am.
Of what I have to do. The only way to protect the cycle
The only way to break this cycle
is to kill you.
Definitely has that late 60s aesthetic.
It really does.
Quick, let's weaponize the Groundhog Day loop. I mean, that's... The Groundhog Day loop is always an interesting concept for video games.
I think it's an interesting concept for a lot of things.
But it's something that video games haven't really played with much, which is weird considering that the mechanic for it is right there.
Yeah.
Right. Deathloop.
Very
That's a
heavy
terrible name.
roundhouse undertones, for sure.
Deathloop combines a mind-bending story with meticulously designed levels.
As long as it
and, of
involves
course,
someone dying.
Arcane signature gameplay.
Probably you.
That
Over
lets
and over
you
again.
approach every situation any way you like. Because in the endless clash between these two extraordinary assassins, how you play.
They brought him on stage just for that.
They did. They did.
It's really fucking cool.
Oh.
Excuse my French.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe you should have said that in French actually.
Maybe.
I think that was racist.
But it's also pretty fucking true. Because
I think. I don't know.
we will take you on a trip.
I think one of those guys probably had the sniper trained on him.
Merci beaucoup.
That was.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
hey,
and they're
look,
leaving
something.
stage.
No, we're back to this. Why
So,
are we
anyone
back
needs to
to-
know?
A wonderful way to get away
Yeah, I've got some
from
Doritos over here.
and life. I think this
Cool, I've got Pringles.
helped me as a person because I'm typically very isolated.
It's definitely very confidence building.
It's brought me out of my shell and stopped being an introvert.
Some of these people, I think, they just went to conventions and found the most obvious cosplayer and went, "Hey, you, dress up as crazy as you want and come talk into a camera in this perfectly dark room."
Also, a lot of these are the same people. Like, you couldn't have gotten, like,
Yeah.
a dozen others, so, you know, at least you had, like, originals.
Bethesda doesn't
mean,
have that many fans
hell.
anymore.
You know
Hell,
what?
just-
This is bullshit. These are all employees. They pulled these people from their, like, you know, their support staff.
Almost certainly.
At least last year they had that opening where it was the lady who was actually the receptionist, supposedly. Like, that made
Mhm.
sense.
Nice to be able to sit down and play these games and feel accepted for who I am.
It's really nice to see that their storyline has some sort of emotional.
I'll never get over the fact that the Pip-Boy gets dumber with every iteration, either. The Fallout 3
It
Pip-Boy was
does.
perfect. Why change it? It's fucking perfect.
I mean, they didn't do a very good job with the build on the Hit-Boy they sold either.
Yeah.
It's actually... I've been picking away at modding mine, just because I plan on shoving a Raspberry Pi in there and making it work.
Yeah, I got a 3D printed shell from some Etsy chick in Italy, and I actually like it just because it feels good, you know. The Fallout 4 one is like too bulky. It's like you wouldn't even believe people could wear it.
It's really bulky, and the padding on the inside is too thin, so it won't stay in place. It'll slide off your arm.
Yeah, that
unless
too.
Unless you have huge meat arms.
Yeah, no.
We've approached game development not by looking at but with a vision of what can be possible tomorrow. And at Bethesda, we're proud of our legacy of innovation, where again and again we've changed the industry. We were the first to use physics-based engines for sports games. We were groundbreakers with go anywhere, do anything, open-world RPGs. We are the inventors of the first-person shooter, which is now
that's the dude on the right is from id. I think.
This is kind of like...
We are pioneers in downloadable content and the first to bring mods to consoles.
Okay, yeah, console mods are a good thing. Maybe push that more.
Yeah, that was a great thing.
For plebs like me.
I mean, it wasn't a... it wasn't...
We, of course, developed the first commercially viable VR technology, revealed in our E3
Yeah, I could buy that.
2012. Yes, that
Not
is
the
original VR
first commercially viable
held
thing, but
together
that
by
was
tape
a
and worn
early
by our
prototype
very own
VR
Tim Hillis.
headset.
Yeah, that's a bit of a distinction to make.
It looks like it's made out of aluminum foil.
Yeah,
And of
it would.
course, we are well known as developers of best
Yeah, I find that
engine
really funny that
technology with our
Bethesda gets so
id-Tech
much
engine.
shit for their engine, but they own id.
Mm-hmm.
They own
Innovation
the
and
best engine
creativity
builders
is
in the
our
industry.
DNA, and all of these advances were done with
And
one goal
they
in
don't
mind,
give them anything to do.
improve player experiences. So tonight we have exciting new technology.
Okay, to be fair, id build their engines for experience for first-person shooters, so it would be a big shift. The fuck?
Now we'd like to introduce
Okay,
you to Orion.
what is Orion? Never mind. Streaming technology.
Orion is a tremendous breakthrough in streaming technology. It is our name for a group of patented technologies that optimize
A new game engine. I think Creation Engine would have a really hard time with that.
And will improve player experiences no matter which game you're playing or whether you're streaming on Stadia, on xCloud, or another streaming platform.
That little pause between.
You're really gonna try to play nice with Stadia?
Exciting game streaming services you've been
Google
hearing
doesn't have that
about
much
have
money.
largely focused on hardware solutions to address the complex challenges of streaming. There's a lot of words. We used our expertise in developing game engine software and took a different approach. By incorporating Orion technology at the game engine level, we're able to stream game content up to 20% faster per frame, leading to a dramatic reduction in latency. In addition,
20%
an
reduction in
Orion-enabled game
latency.
can stream with up to 40% lower bandwidth.
I mean, that's actually fairly big.
And happily, for game developers, Orion technology is easy to integrate with your game build with our SDK.
But what does that mean for you? It means that streaming games will be faster and better with Orion.
This isn't the kind of thing most people will care about.
Yeah,
I don't like streaming games. I want it on a fucking disc.
If your friends and family are sucking up all the bandwidth, or if you live far away from a data center.
I want it on something I can back up
You'll
somewhere.
still be able to stream your game at max
I want something where once the internet goes down from, you know, the North Koreans or whatever, that I can still play it in my bunker.
Or
Exactly.
when Elon Musk makes his move
When he-
for world domination after
Now, as
the
with
global
any
internet
new
thing.
computer technology, one must ask the question.
Wait, what did he just
Can
say?
it play Doom?
Good question.
Oh.
Can it stream an unrelenting?
Can it run Crysis?
first-person
I was
shooter
just about to
with
ask
native
that.
4K
You beat me to it by a
resolution at 60
second.
frames per second. Let's see.
Hey, Vermont, look.
I'd like to introduce Shale Williams,
Ah,
specialist from id Software,
yeah, there we go.
who is showing you just that here.
But that doesn't help the
Um,
battery problem.
Is streaming an Orion-enabled Doom 2016 right now to
What
that mobile
the-
device. As you can see,
That is...
there is no reduction in visual fidelity. That's Doom at 60 frames
Okay, that's
per
cool.
second without perceptible latency.
That's probably horrifying on the battery, though.
The controls feel off.
As we test and refine it.
There's a battery pack attached to the phone. That would actually be really fucking cool.
Everybody could use a little more.
Yeah,
Doom
like
in
maybe
their
if that controller deal had like extra batteries built into it, that would be something.
Exactly. Like, that's what I was saying
we'll see
earlier.
you
Just
in hell.
make it. If you can get that combo right attached to the phone.
Okay, guys, time to shut up.
Yes. Oh god, yes.
What you interfere with now is bigger than you can imagine. If you continue, you will bring down the heavens' wrath. It is written. It is their time to give penance. You are but one man.
You're but one Doom guy.
Fuck you. The guy does what he wants.
Your people to save.
Jesus. Except, you know, lack thereof.
I believe a hell yes is the only response to that.
I think a hell on earth, yes, is Malta. See, this is the reason that this is currently the thing that I think is going to keep Bethesda going for a little bit in the eyes of fans.
Yeah, the Doom reboot was very well executed. They just got to keep this going.
This is awesome. Thank
Was
you
excellent.
so much. I'm Marty Stratton, the executive producer of Doom Eternal, and I'm. Thank you.
Hugo can see the sniper.
He's looking right at it.
As you just saw,
Again.
we're not just building a world for Doom, it's an entire universe. Earth is on the brink of
You're
annihilation.
not out there to save it.
being
You're out there to
consumed by
fuck demons.
And your crusade to save it will take
Both
you
figuratively
across
and
dimensions
literally.
to locations
Exactly.
never seen before in Doom, from heaven and hell to the Sentinel homeworld.
So
and
if
beyond.
Earth is being destroyed, what's God doing?
Not much, and then you're gonna beat the shit out of him.
I think this is
until he does
Judgment
his
Day.
job.
People had enough.
I think the
Doom is first and
the
foremost
Doomslayer is
about
probably
gameplay.
God.
And Doom Eternal promises
Actually, they did give a backstory for the Doomslayer.
the fun comes from
I
mastering
remember.
the experience because
Yeah.
you are the Doomslayer.
He is just
Strongest,
completely
fastest demon
fueled
killer
by
in
rage.
and nothing can
Which is
stand in your
fine.
way.
That's enough writing. That's all I need.
Of course, the challenge in Doom is all about handcrafted combat, but also engaging level design. And in Doom Eternal, the game always has something new to throw at you.
Okay, so we're getting
deep
some
into the
gameplay.
campaign. Let's take a look.
God, I just love all the changes they've made. I love that the way the Doom Marine grapples onto a wall is by just sticking his fist through it. Because honestly, Doom 2016 is the best game Bethesda's made since Skyrim.
I mean, it was id that made it, but
Well, yeah, I mean, the best game that Bethesda's published, rather.
yes.
Yeah, let's not take credit away from. Oh, god damn, that's cool. Wow, that was very demonic. That's all we want. Is that so hard, Bethesda? Just...
Thanks. You know, it's so important to us at id Software that every aspect of the gameplay has real meaning to you, the player. Every enemy is different, every weapon has a purpose, and every decision you make really counts. The only path to victory in Doom Eternal is to aggressively control the fight with amazing agility, powerful guns, and critical resources.
That's right, I'll tell you, we absolutely can't wait for you to play it. And some of you don't have to wait too long. If you
I'm
are
watching,
lucky
does
enough
that
to
count?
Be in the room tonight,
That line's gonna be going out the door.
you'll have a chance to play it immediately following the show. And for those not here, but at E3 this week, we'll have Doom Eternal playable
What about
in
the
Bethesda
rest of
booth
us?
all week.
Yeah. But enough talk. Let's
I
see
mean,
how
that's
it
what I
all
want to
comes
watch.
together and watch as this perfect killing machine goes to
But
work.
I respect this. What are they? Everyone else is showing pre-rendered stuff. They have slapped some gameplay in. Just show us more of that.
And it's not, there are no frills attached, no weird gimmicks, it's just, here's a fun game. Do you remember when that was a thing, guys? Damn, that looks cool.
It does. If that didn't land on someone, I'm gonna be disappointed.
That should just be like an arm sticking out from the bottom going, You could have like a
time to get to
shoulder
work.
turret.
Ooh.
Fuck you all.
That's all right.
But by demons.
Ah, the super shotgun.
This is fantastic. This is just...
Squish.
Like, I love... right, like, punch a dude's head into his chest. There's a certain creativity with this violence on display that makes me very concerned for the people who came up with it.
And yet very appreciative.
Oh, very, very appreciative. But it's like every time I explain elements of things that I write to my parents, my mother usually says something. So, but you came from such a good household, and that's what I'm. that's what I'm looking at here. Like, I'm sure these people came from a good household, good woman households, which is why they're now making Doom Eternal.
Of course.
It's a balancing act.
I'm sorry.
Stop what?
No, just stop existing. That just seems to be this in a nutshell.
Now, see, the real question is, should Bethesda have opened with this?
I mean, it would have gotten people hyped, but There also would have been some massive mood whiplash from their intro.
Right. We are Bethesda. We're a community.
Mick Gordon just rocks out on stage. Again.
It definitely would have been better than what they started with.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been a cool way to open. Just open with Mick Gordon.
Oh. Hello, Cyber
Damn.
Demon.
He's an ugly motherfucker. It's great. Oh, yes. Cuts out just before the BFG fires. That's rude.
Thanks.
Wow, the awkwardness.
That was,
Yeah, how do you follow that up?
Yeah, that was awesome. Thanks. We're so excited because the gameplay that you just saw.
But
is
can
just
we have a
piece
release
of
date?
what you're going to play this week
Please.
at E3. Yeah. But I bet a lot of you are wondering, when do we get to play Doom Eternal at our home?
Well, you don't have to wait too much
Please?
longer. Not quite tomorrow.
Ah, cool.
But Doom
Cool. That's
Eternal
not too
will
far
release
off.
on November
God, November's.
22nd.
These next few months are going to be expensive.
We're very excited about that, and we've got something really
Oh,
special
that's
for Doom
cool.
fans. An amazing
Oh, the fucking
collector's
helmet.
edition we're really proud of.
Yeah.
After missing my
Careful,
T51, I've given up on that.
Actual helmet.
Right.
Yeah, you can
Look,
wear,
they actually
you can
have
wear
it
that
at
thing.
the conference. Now we can tell it's not made out of cardboard.
The awkwardness is...
It comes in a bag made out of saran wrap.
Broken
All right, well, we've
dreams.
got one more thing we know that you've been
No,
waiting to
no
hear
one's
about.
been waiting to hear about your Doom
Totally
multiplayer.
new Doom multiplayer experience. We call it Battle.
I get that.
We've
Oh,
been
okay, so they
developing
didn't
this
outsource
in-house at id,
this.
and it's unlike anything
So no, they
we've played
outsourced
before.
the
Yeah.
2016's
They had to outsource
multiplayer.
the last
The E in the
one,
battle
yeah.
mode looks like a
Share this with
capital
you.
sigma,
This
and now I'm
is
having
pure
calculus
Doom, but
flashbacks.
with your friends, where two player-controlled demons take on one fully loaded Slayer in a fight
Wait,
to the
what?
death. This is a
What?
first-person fighter, where it's demon strategy versus
I'm sorry,
Slayer
what?
skill.
You know, we can't wait because we know you'll love
Oh,
the different
okay,
play
so
styles of the
okay, so you play
various
as demons.
teams, because each has unique movement, attacks, and abilities.
Ha.
They can even spawn AI demons to control the battlefield
One
and help
Slayer.
you take down the Slayer.
Okay, so what is this? Is this like
Competitive,
Evolve?
and it's a ton of fun. And we can't wait to share more details with you this year at QuakeCon.
That's right, a lot more to share at QuakeCon. But before we go, we do want to take a first look at Doom Eternal's new multiplayer. On behalf of our amazing team at id in Dallas and Frankfurt, Germany, we want to thank you all so much for your support.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank
I'm really kind of hoping this isn't how they're planning on ending.
Fight.
Oh, okay, yes, this is sort of going to be like their take on Evolve's concept, I guess.
Demon health critical. Slayer health critical.
I mean,
Okay.
Round 2.
looks alright. This is going to be a weird place to end the conference on if this is where they're ending the conference.
Demon summon.
I mean, at least we've got some more Mick Gordon music.
Mm-hmm.
They can't
Wait,
really
did
end
they get
without
the guy
talking
who
anymore
does
about
the Mortal
Elder Scrolls or
Kombat?
Starfield, can they?
Fight.
Did they get the guy who does Mortal Kombat's voiceover to do that?
That did actually sound a lot like that's what it was similar to. Yeah, yeah. Okay, And now here comes Todd.
They gotta say
Oh,
something
no,
about
Pete.
Starfield, right?
Watch Todd not come back.
Another round of applause, please.
Todd's already hiding.
He's too busy
on a
being
flight.
up in the sniper alcove.
Go away, Pete Hines.
And for everyone at our studios around the globe that have worked so hard on the great games you've
Todd
seen
already
tonight,
fucked
we
off.
say thank you. 2019 marks 25 years of Doom. So, to celebrate, we will be going all out with Doom at QuakeCon this summer. We're adding a whole host of games dedicated to Doom, which we call DoomCon.
DoomCon. Hell,
Oh,
motherfucking yeah.
We hope you come hang out with us in Dallas at our inaugural event in London. If you can't, please tune in online. Until
Is
then,
this really where they're
go to
planning on
Bethesda
ending?
for more info on all the games you saw tonight.
This is
We're
it?
Here at E3 this week,
No,
we'll have
they've gotta
hands-on
mention
with many of our
Starfield.
games, so be sure to stop by our booth. In the meantime, thanks for playing, thanks for watching, and thanks to all of you for being part of the Bethesda community. Have a great night.
No, they've got to end on another one of these. We're going out the low note, guys. It's Bethesda.
How did they expect to follow Doom up with
we're in the
this?
business of creating heroes.
But the true hero is you.
Too much. See, that guy was one of the developers.
It's like we
They
hand
are
you this
staff.
valuable play, and you do these extraordinary things that we never could have imagined. We get to build these worlds and these communities, and you all come in and you play, and you bring these worlds that we create to life.
You help us build richer worlds.
みんなのおかげで助かってます. You add meaning to everything we do.
We are glad you're here.
We're so glad you're here.
To the heroes. ヒーローたちに乾杯.
To the heroes.
À la vôtre.
Shit, I don't have a drink.
To you.
Literally until that clip of Commander Keen popped up again at this, I completely forgot about that.
Holy shit, it's really nothing. They're not gonna say a damn word about Starfield.
Wow.
Okay then, that's actually really surprising.
Well, that's
And-
shit.
That's actually pretty concerning.
That means
Okay,
it's
so-
fucking years off, which means Elder Scrolls 6 is fucking more years off.
That was about how I expected that to go.
Okay, so the highlight was definitely Doom Eternal. The fuck was it called? Ghost something. Ghostline?
Ghost Recon.
Ghostline.
Ghostwire.
Yeah, Ghostlight. Yeah,
Ghostline. Yeah. Ghostwire, that was it. Ghostwire Tokyo. That looks interesting. I wanted to see some gameplay, but that looks interesting.
Definitely has me interested as well, but that's partially because I love the groundhog loop thing.
Exactly.
And very few games have actually
Done something with
at
it.
and done anything decent with it besides Dark Souls, where it's just yes, everyone does you are coming back to life. It is persistent.
Yeah.
And then they don't take it anywhere else. Or like BioShock, where they give a reason why it works for you and no one else, but only you did in the first game.
I agree with Derek Hicks in the chat. It was mediocre, for sure.
Yeah. That was a very... That was not good, man. Like, okay...
The only gameplay we saw was from Doom Eternal. And maybe a little bit from Commander Keen.
Which is
That's weird.
which no one was expecting or really hoping for, so it's not really like delivering anything. And not only that too, but okay, Fallout 76. The free week is not this week. The free week is once you have the shitload of voice stuff coming out and things like that. That's basically my plan, because I haven't touched Fallout 76 in 8 months, so I'm not going to do it now until they finally roll out the good shit.
Until they release it as, the stuff that makes it a Fallout game.
Yeah. Because here's the thing, I like the soundtrack. It had good ambience and feel, and actually, like, the water and trees are neat, although I disagree with the basic aesthetic of it's not you know, Fallout-y enough, but yeah, it's got to have something more. And hopefully those are good quest lines that they mentioned and not just, there's some people now, you can talk to them about stuff.
Like, just, goddamn. This is... We live in a world at the moment where Microsoft just had a better press conference than Bethesda.
Yeah, the Microsoft one wasn't bad.
Like, I haven't seen the conference itself, but I slept through the conference itself so that I could be awake for this, but I've seen the games that they showed off. And, yeah, at the end of the day, the games you show off are... That's what works. That's where you get your points from. And the fact that we only had 2 games with gameplay... Wait, no, sorry, 3. I think we saw... No. Never mind. Deathloop CGI. Oh, look at that. There are already a bunch of Keanu Reeves memes on Reddit. This is good.
Naturally.
Yes, but Keanu Reeves is a national treasure.
Oh, he's fantastic. I still need to watch John Wick 3.
It was
It's
good, but I still think number 2 is the best, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, it's good.
I loved
it's
2.
Not... How to put this? It's not, how best to put this? It's a good movie. It, is weird in that it's not as, well...
You're having a hard time describing this movie.
I am.
It's not a complete story.
It's not as coherent.
Okay. All right.
Like, the first John Wick was just straight up...
Awesome.
Fucker killed... My wife died. Gave me a puppy to help me mourn. Fucker killed my puppy. Everyone's gotta die. And then there's some other stuff. Then there's some loyalty stuff going on in the background, and it sets up a bit of the world. The second movie set up a lot more of the world, and then also showed that the second movie seemed like its theme was its thing was there are consequences to your actions, even after you've moved on.
Yeah.
That's what the second movie felt like, because everything that happened is because John did something.
Yeah, it's always cause and effect.
And it did set up a lot more of the world. But everything seemed to come back to the fact that John chose to do something. And John kept going.
The Twitter reaction's already coming in. We, like you, like mobile games. No, I don't think you do.
Oh, what's Elden Ring?
Oh, that's the new game that's written by George R.R. Martin instead of finishing the Game of Thrones books.
But it's not just George R.R. Martin, it's Hidetaka Miyazaki.
That is true. It still looks like his Lord of the Rings fan fiction, though.
Yeah. Just a fucking... you're a fucking creator of Dark Souls. I'm fucking in for that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the company is the From Software, so, you know, it's natural. Yeah, so Orion, so it's like, it's basically a patch, right? It's not like a game engine, but it's supposed to be like game, like Nitro or something.
Yeah. Or
Adderall.
Something. So, look, I mean, to be fair, I think Bethesda still did better than EA.
Oh yeah, that's fucking easy. w
who had one game to show off, and I Have you guys seen the gameplay footage for Jedi Fallen Order?
You know, I actually didn't watch it. Should we pull that up here? We could drop a new trailer in the chat.
Let's just pull it in, because I have mostly negative opinions of it.
See, yeah, and I haven't watched it yet either, so this could be a first look for us.
Yeah.
Give me a sec,
Alright, cool.
and I will drop that shit.
And yes, Gnome, we are.
We are
still live.
Okay.
Unless something horrible has been happening.
And pasta and... Oh. Okay. Can you guys see it?
Hang on, I need to log back in. Okay, there we go, I can see it. Okay, cool.
Also, you guys are like 5 seconds ahead of me, just FYI. In terms of
okay.
So, it mostly was fine during the course of the show, but yeah, just FYI.
So, my first big issue is that the character's design is fucking atrocious. I mean, his face, he is genuinely just the most generic white dude in the world. And the color of his skin is not necessarily the problem.
I forgot to put the window on screen. Shit.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna restart. I'm sorry.
Alright, go for it.
Okay, now it's on screen.
Like, this dude is just his face, his hair, his voice, and his fucking outfit it's just grey. His cloak fades into his legs.
I mean, the robot is
cute.
So clearly just going to be there as this is the cute robot that they're going to merchandise the fuck out of.
Oh, absolutely.
Walking vibrator.
Walking binoculars. Why are you getting that, guys?
But just... Yeah, no, I hate it.
Did you just punch out a Wookiee? What?
What? Where are you in the...
Oh, are you watching it separately? It's in the stream.
No, I'm watching it through the stream.
Oh, okay. I didn't see him punch out a Wookiee.
Because I'm not sure on the time frame on the video here.
Well, I'm watching on the video directly through SciTube.
Yeah, it should be synced up. That's the whole point.
I think maybe we just missed the Wookiee thing. The Wookiee yeet.
Yeah, it was out in it was through the binoculars. Apparently, a stormtrooper punched a Wookiee and didn't immediately get ripped in half with its legs or something.
Okay, so here we hit my first issue. I really just don't like the shade of blue of his lightsaber. I know it's a small nitpick, but you're going to be seeing this as a core part of the gameplay all the time, and I don't like the shade of blue.
I agree. It's a little
really
bit off
pale
from what we're used to.
It's weird. Also, notice how he flourishes, how he brings his hand up to turn off his lightsaber. That is the only lightsaber deactivation animation that they have. He does that every time he turns his lightsaber.
He has like a Mass Effect Andromeda walk, like he's carrying a load of shit in his pants. Okay, now he's running.
There are a few cool things in this, but mostly...
I think one of my biggest... he has the Mass Effect rhyme.
Yeah. Look at how wide his stance is. It's like not synced up legs properly.
I don't like the animations in this game. I think I've seen one. I think the dodge animations look really cool.
But you're right. That robot is going to be... They're going to sell $150 life-size models of that shit. For sure.
And that's a really Sith move. Badass, though. Of course, you have your, fucking bullet time.
See, that would have been cooler if he just caught the bolt in midair like Kylo Ren did, though. That was the best introduction ever to Kylo's character.
The astromech droid's like, nope.
That's cool.
That poor droid. He wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, he was just astroing some mechs.
He was working for the Empire. He needed to
I'm not sure why they have... Okay, you want to know my question? Why the...
Yep.
One, why the hell aren't these guys getting fucking dismembered?
Yeah.
Right, there's no dismemberment.
And
also,
two,
again...
two, Why does anything have a health bar that's not like that guy?
Right. Well, and I just can't unnotice the lightsaber off animation. It looks so weird.
They also
draws...
angle the lightsaber really weird. They have one with like the
The first Force Awakens perfected a lot of this stuff a decade ago.
Right? And the Jedi Knight games fucking nailed lightsaber combat. Also, fighting this dude, look at all the lighting effects going on as you fight him. There are points where you can't see what the fuck is going on. Look at that. All that purple shit, like... That's too much. And again, just look at his outfit. He is just... You're losing his entire shape.
I know. If you're going to go with that, take the coat, lengthen it, make it a full-on trench coat.
Exactly.
And have it
give us
swoosh around.
And give us some outline.
Did he just do drugs?
Color.
I
think it's a health thing.
It's a health pack. Like the little droid has the best animation out of 2.
Oh yeah. But that's because, you know, he actually has to... All of his personality needs to be shown through animation, so they have to get it right. So it looks like they're sort of trying to go for an Uncharted type vibe, which is really annoying because it mostly just makes me wish that we could have had Amy Hennig's Star Wars game.
I mean, okay.
Is that guy using like a welding torch as a weapon? That's pretty sweet.
It's a flamethrower.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, block that with your lightsaber.
The guy's walking speed is really weird, though. It really looks like he's carrying crap in his pants.
His animation... You want to know what his animations tell me?
What?
They're gonna try and throw a bunch of different costumes on him, and they don't want to redo the animations.
That's a good point, actually. I wouldn't have thought of that. Look, if we can get new costumes for him, I'll be happy because, again, I know I keep pointing this out, but his design is horrifying. It's one of the worst protagonist designs I've seen.
It'll probably be one of those like full customizable deals, and this is just
that or they'll switch it depending on the level. They did that with, at least initially, they did that with what were the angry Sith games?
The Force Awakens? I mean, sorry, Force Unleashed.
Yeah, The Force Unleashed. Where depending on the level, the guy's outfit would switch. But see, they made his animation so that it worked. His animation felt pretty fluid. And those games are how old?
I really don't like his run cycle.
Yeah, it looks so weird, right?
It looks like he's just doing a casual jog. Also, the ragdolls are weird. Now, from what I could tell, what the hell was that?
Spider-Man.
I'm sorry, does anyone else have issues with that animation, or is that just...
Which one?
I have issues with it.
The trapped in web animation?
Oh yeah, that was so weird.
Also, that is the... I'm sorry, that's the wimpiest lightsaber throw I've ever seen.
To be fair, you are playing a Padawan.
Still. You have a lightsaber.
More like a Pamperon. Ha ha ha.
I mean, that could explain why he's holding the thing so far out from himself. Like, I have to be careful. Don't fucking shank myself and cut off a leg.
That would be intense.
That would be amazing.
I feel like it's... every single time he turns off his lightsaber, I see it. I see that animation. Why is he flourishing it so to the side? I don't want to think about.
It's not even a flourish, though.
It's not. It's he sort of holds it up. Like,
yeah.
Just turn off your lightsaber, my dude.
Or like, do it dramatically at least.
That's like it's sort of like a half dramatic, like a. I guess I can be dramatic, but not so.
He also, if he is a Padawan, he has a lot of Jedi powers for a Padawan. Like this Force Sense Echo thing?
Dead!
Yeah, that would have like ripped
that's
his whole throat open. Shagunga.
Okay, you know what? That's one of the things I liked about the Force Unleashed game. He didn't scan it.
The first
Fuck
one was
you,
great.
scan that! The Force Unleashed games, one thing I liked is that most of the normal baddies went down basically with one hit.
Yeah, the way a lightsaber would.
Yeah.
Like, there were very
And-
few materials in the universe that can resist lightsaber, like, blows.
Mm-hmm.
The same goes for the Jedi Knight games.
Which,
to be fair, those are the quintessential lightsaber combat games.
Yeah, because they actually put effort into it.
Okay, I do quite like that they've added Prince of Persia style wall running, but again, look at the animations he transitions from jumping to running. It's like there's no transition; it's an instant switch.
At least we have the high ground.
I can't believe they're prequel memeing us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You guys remember the prequels? Weren't those fun movies?
I mean, they're fun now.
They're fun now.
I mean, even that animation doesn't mesh right. He grabs the thing, and then
what is quite okay. This is quite cool. I do think this piece was cool. This piece.
Oh, that's funny. Pulls him into his own bolt.
That I thought was.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully a lot of
And
this could be
apparently
cleaned
he
up
just
just by
has-
better animations, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, this is Respawn. I believe Respawn's the ones doing this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is Respawn.
Yeah, they made the fucking Titanfall games. They know how to do animation right.
And I mean, I'm hoping for a really good story.
Yeah, me too.
Like, it's Chris Avila on the writing team. Like, the guy is one of the best writers in the video game industry. I just want good stories.
This is like one of the main points of like vidges.
Though it is so, if you play, I found a couple of comments that actually could help. Is if you play the video at 1.25 speed, you speed it up just a little bit, it looks so much more fun.
Oh, let's try that.
You know, that's actually a good point.
Holy
Why
shit,
is it
yeah,
doing
that
it?
does help a lot. Yeah, it's
But-
just everything's, more normal pace.
Snappier.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so slow normally.
I do like
And
the
it
dodge
gives you more-
animation.
and it being that slow gives you more time to notice the screwed up
mistakes.
bits with the animations. Like
Exactly.
the fact that when he drags someone over, the transition from them colliding with him to him like holding them and then shanking them has two hard transition where the enemy hits without enough it doesn't feel like the enemy has any weight to them when you yank them over.
Oh,
and
hey,
they
look, it's
slam
Alan
into-
Tudyk.
Yeet. Okay, you have literal eyes on the back of your head. Okay, are these guys supposed to be threatening?
I think they're supposed to be like mini bosses.
Like I said, nothing the size of a person in a Star Wars game should have a health bar.
It's EA also, which is like, that's the major problem.
Yeah.
EA.
So, yeah. This is kind of ridiculous. So this was the best that this was the best that EA had. In fact, this was the only thing EA had, because I think they didn't show off any new games aside from this.
What about Madden and FIFA?
Oh, I think they showed off FIFA 2020.
Yeah, I know. That's all they've got. It's just this. Who plays those, by the way? Why do they keep making them? They obviously make a shitload of money somehow.
Yeah, I assume a lot of people play them.
It's mostly people who that's their own.
Yeah, they don't really play video games. They just
that's the only video game thing they do. And there are a fair few of them because it lets them grab the sports people.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they make a fuckload of money, so.
Of course, apparently not enough based on how they act.
Oh, here we go. Someone played Bethesda Bingo on their E3 conference. Okay, first block. Boring video game about totally epic, but it's... wait, what? Oh, boring video about how totally epic it is to work at Bethesda. Check.
Yep. Check.
Doom looks great and not much else to say about it, really. Check. Some new addition to Legends that wows nobody.
Check.
Obvious attempts to milk more cash from fans. Check.
Check.
Todd calls his fans something edgier than degenerates. That he didn't do. So that's
okay, yeah, he didn't.
He didn't do that. Fallout 76 has another price chopper goes free to play. Check.
Check.
Rage 2 DLC. Check.
No. Yes, yeah, we got right. That was DLC, I think.
Yeah.
Creation Club is still being shilled. They didn't check that in this sheet, but this is like all the other like mobile crap. I don't know.
They did bring up the Creation Club.
Yeah, I think they mentioned it.
The amount of times they said that Fallout 76 has been, fans built what they want of it, that was pretty insulting. Actually, new game engine announced. They marked check on here, but I don't count the Orion as a game engine, because it's not. It's game Adderall.
Yeah.
Bethesda has conjured up a new disgrace to beloved franchise. Check. I'm not even sure which one this person's referencing, but they checked it.
Probably Commander Keen.
Oh, that could be it. They find another game to remaster, remake, or port to VR. That's a check.
Yep.
Commander Keen or whatever.
It was Cyberpunk.
Wolfenstein Youngblood as a Dishonored replacement. Yeah, I kind of felt that way. I think Dishonored's just a dead series now, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Basically.
They keep bringing up bugs are quirky, lol. Stick. Check. Generic metal plays anytime during the conference. No, it would have been better if we had more of that.
Yeah.
The Elder Scrolls 6 is mentioned again, but no real new info. Big fucking check.
Check.
Starfield is mentioned again, but no real info. Big fucking check. Todd makes a better stage impression than the other hosts. Well, yeah, that's a natural. It's just
no, he didn't.
He only showed up for a good 3-4 minutes.
Todd did not make the best stage impression.
Oh, that's true. No,
that did Ghostwire Tokyo. She won the conference.
That's right, she did. So that's an uncheck. New game with no release date other than a year. I guess if we count Starfield and Elder Scrolls.
1 second.
They didn't mention Starfield.
My sound quality is about to change a little bit. Just a warning.
And then Bethesda refuses to accept that 76 failed. Check.
Yep, big old check.
That's funny. Yeah, everyone's talking about how much they loved Ghostwire Lady.
Oh, are they? To be fair, she was adorable.
She was very adorable.
I liked the people who looked happy to be there on stage.
Yeah, that's a big thing. I mean, I understand that not all developers have stage presence, but it's like, then you go down the pecking order and find someone who does, and then you have them talk while the important person stands next to them.
Exactly.
Like that's the way you put on a show. Put on the show. Yeah, everyone else is talking about how Wolfenstein guy looks like he was under a gun the whole time.
Oh, yeah, this has probably got... Where are you checking it on Twitter?
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm checking, the B3 tag. Yeah, the, Commander Keen does... Oh, I get it. Bethesda fans, when's Elder Scrolls 6? Bethesda, Commander Keen!
Right now, a lot of people are ripping on that one dude at the front of the audience who kept cheering, like, randomly in the middle of speeches.
Well, yeah, that guy was paid, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Todd Howard, Big Little Lies are trending. Oh my gosh.
Like, I guess Bethesda. Yay!
Cricket noises.
Yeah. You might have to turn up your audio's gain. Even though it's a different audio, you might have to turn up the volume a little.
Your mom's a different audio.
I've maxed you out on my end.
Now, well, the problem is I'm not using a mic anymore. I'm going directly out of my phone.
Oh,
I had
madness.
to unplug it to. I had to unplug it to plug in the charger.
Yeah.
Because it's a stupid fucking iPhone.
Yeah, it happens. You just got to get a dongle. You just got to go an accessory. Literally, the entire Ghostwire tag is just the host lady. Really, a lot of people aren't even talking Bethesda. It's Cyberpunk 2077 trending, Hollow. The Tony Awards, I guess, are also going on. Didn't know that.
Keanu Reeves has been trending for the last few days, though, because people kept making puns based off of his name.
Fantastic.
And now he's trending because of Cyberpunk 2077. So I find it hilarious that trend, that those two piggybacked off each other.
And those are both probably piggybacking off of John Wick 3.
John Wick, yeah. So this has been a very good month for him. This is a good month to be Keanu Reeves.
Mm-hmm. Look, Keanu Reeves, he's just having a blast. I think the only thing left that could go Keanu Reeves' way that hasn't yet is if he finally manages to get that Cowboy Bebop movie made.
Oh my god, yes.
He's been trying to get that made for like 10 years just so he could be Spike.
See,
and quite frankly, I wouldn't rather have anyone else be Spike.
He doesn't quite have the character for Spike, but he would be better than the existing Netflix cast, that's for damn sure.
He'd be able, at least he'd be able to like handle some of the action.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. It's frustrating.
They still won't make Cowboy Bebop as a movie because, quote, it'd be too expensive.
Well, Netflix is making the live action something or other. I don't know if it's a movie, but it might be a series or something. That's the one where they replaced the corgi with a husky for like fucking no reason.
Wait, they did?
Yes.
Why?
Yeah, Ein is not a corgi. They're gonna use a husky, and Ed is completely written out of the show. She just doesn't exist anymore.
Did Ed really do anything anyway, though?
She was adorable, is what she did, and she was their hacksaw.
Yes.
You know, you gotta hack the planet.
Was Ed a woman? I can never remember.
She was. She's very, very tomboyish.
That was it. Okay. Ed was so androgynous that even as I watch the show, I have to wait for someone to mention a pronoun before I'm like, oh, okay.
That's true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no. So instead, they just wrote her off completely. Yeah, I liked Ed. I don't know.
I liked Ed too, but she didn't really do much.
No,
She was a buddy for Ein. They were cute.
Yeah, fair.
Ein was great. Every scene with Ein was great. Okay. It is now 30 on a Monday morning. I technically have to be at work in a few hours.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh, Mondays.
Oh, that's annoying. I don't want to go to work. Don't make me go to work, guys.
Yeah, I feel the same way. That's for sure.
Hey, if it was up to me, I'd have you... if it was up to me, you'd be writing constantly. Mostly because, dang it, I need more of our crazy little band.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
Well, okay, I'm gonna go back to bed and try catch like another 3 hours of sleep.
Okay, that sounds good.
And then... And then begin the week. Begin the long, arduous week. You woke me up for this, Todd Howard. Todd
I
Howard,
hope you're happy.
You woke me up for 2 gameplay trailers. What?
Yeah, it was what? Doom Eternal and, did we... I mean, I don't even know if we count the new Fallout 6 stuff as gameplay trailers. They're mostly just showing, oh, look, we have people now. We have characters. Oh, my God.
I don't consider that gameplay. That was pretty clearly pre-rendered.
Yeah.
And, like, oh, look at that. It's... Look, we've returned to the old Fallout dialogue boxes.
We're not horrible, I promise.
Like I said before, like there were, I'm sure there were a lot of people cheering Bethesda for making the right choice and fixing some things, but Bethesda does not get points on fucking their game, because we have been telling, because Fallout 76 was them doubling down on things that we didn't like about Fallout 4. So there were years where people were saying, oh, I don't like this about Fallout 4, I don't like this about Fallout 4, I don't like this about Fallout 4. And Bethesda, hearing all of those criticisms, was like, we're going to make a game out of that.
Exactly. Yeah, no, there's no excuse. I mean, they're one of the biggest companies. They got millions and millions of dollars. You know they're listening, even no matter how many, people they ban from their forums. They are still hearing the complaints one way or another. So, no, there's no excuse.
Exactly. They were aware of the problems, and they doubled down on them, and now, after a second game gets absolutely shit-canned, because, well, I suppose Fallout 4 was still a financial and mostly critical success. But after Fallout 76 actually failed.
Yeah.
That was their input being like, oh, shit, people want to enjoy our games. We probably should have listened to them saying, or talking about the things that they wanted to return to.
That's really what it comes down to. You gotta vote with your dollar. They don't listen otherwise.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the Transformers movies. They kept making them the same shit way because $1.5 billion flowed into them every single release.
Exactly. Like, voting with your wallet does work.
Oh, yeah.
Don't buy companies that have bad business practices. And unfortunately, that means Bethesda.
Yeah, so no, you gotta I'll wait until the Talking People mod comes out, and maybe I'll try picking it up again, and maybe we could do what we talked about doing last year if it's actually a fun game. Because here's the thing too, I'm not gonna grind out like 70 hours to get my character up to a good level so I can play competently with everyone else. Like, I want to enjoy those 70 hours. I could write a whole nother Confessions in 70 hours. Like, come on.
And have most of the voice work done if, people responded. Cough, cough, self-deprecation, cough.
There's so much that could be done in 70 hours. I could finish writing my book. That's that's a much more valuable use of my time.
Hell, if I moved fast, I could get a fucking agent in that time.
Vermont, will we still have you here real quick? Do you have any public updates for Great Experiment or Terminal Secrets?
Okay, yes, we do actually. Okay, okay, Terminal Secrets is still in production, but we are we are pushing hard to try and have it done before to have it done by late July or at worst the first week of August. Like early fucking August or last week of July. That's what we're currently pushing it for. I'm not going to say why, because there is a surprise. There is a surprise. No one knows about it yet because I'm not going to tell anyone about it until I know I can pull it off. But Kelly and I are both working really, really hard to hit that deadline. I'm fairly confident that we can hit it. So there is a Terminal Secrets update. What we do currently have finished is really fucking cool. Okay, the Great Experiment. So the Great Experiment, I've found ways of streamlining the project a little bit. So I'm handing over a fair portion of the editing over to Bobby, who's also been doing some of the animation work. He's pitched me a couple of visual styles for the editing and sent me a few cuts, so I know he can handle. I know he can handle the level of quality that we need for the project, and which is great because that should speed up the production a fair amount. So the Great Experiment should be coming around the same window as Terminal Secrets, either before it or just slightly after it. I'm really hoping to get a July release for the first episode of Experiment.
I love how all of our major releases in the year are all going to end up releasing within like 3 weeks of each other.
And then we're going to release each episode of The Great Experiment as we finish making them across the rest of the year.
Hell yeah!
With the hope to finish every single piece by the end of the year. Next up, and last on the list is still, of course, Untypical, which is taking a really, really long time to make because we're making, I think, the first season is about 5 hours long, because each episode is about 2 hours long, of probably the most intricate audio drama content I've ever made. So that shit takes a long time to make. We basically settled into the idea of a 1.5 to 2 year production cycle per season. So don't expect that anytime soon. But for those people who did, back us so kindly on Indiegogo, we are still making it. I know we're near radio silent on it, but I promise we're still making it. It takes a really long time to make something of this scale. True. And that's all my update.
Yeah, and then Wasteland Survival Guide is equally Neil is in the middle of moving right now, so that has unfortunately caused audio delays. So a lot is written, and so we're ready to go as soon as we push forward on that, but it's a lot in the way.
We really appreciate having a very patient fan base. We really do.
Yeah.
It is very important to us that it is. We're very, very thankful that you guys let us have the time.
Whoa. I'm seeing, I'm not sure if this is a meme, but people are saying Todd left his mic on during E3.
Really?
What is this? Is this real or is this a meme?
Swear to God, Dad, if you bring him back, I am walking. Back to my office.
Well, Skybell checks that. Yeah, we appreciate you guys. We're really glad that you guys let us have the time to make long, in-depth, intricate stories, and you let us have the time to get it right. We don't want to be like Bethesda and just rush something out the door. Or promise.
Oh my God.
Promise and then deliver a subpar piece of content, it'd be really bad if I sat here for 2 hours, the rest of these guys, and Cinder and shit talked Bethesda, and then released something bad. I would have egg on my face.
Plus, the Terminal Secrets finale is definitely going to be the longest. Do you have an estimate on the runtime yet?
So the script is 8 pages. So my current estimate is that it's going to be over 2 hours. But Kelly is estimating more like 145, somewhere around that zone.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. We must have bullshitted more than I remembered in that demo.
I think we bullshitted a lot. I think the problem is that I wrote a lot of the dialogue to be very, very snappy. So there's a lot of Sorkin-style dialogue in this episode. So there are a lot of points where there's like almost no pause in between responses, just like bam, 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 bam. And so that really condenses the runtime. But at the same time, there are also a lot of time-lengthening monologues. There are a fuckload of monologues in this, by the way. This episode was so much fun to write.
Monologues are both some of the most fun to write and fun to play things in this whole shebang.
I mean, Confessions is just one big monologue, so Skybolt knows all about those.
The dialogue bits are fun, though. I'm especially happy with how the opening dialogue's coming with 8. And 8 is coming along. We are in production, especially if you follow the Facebook page. I try to update people there. But, yeah, it's basically a third edited right now, and recordings are coming in. And so we're hoping for a late August, early September release. Probably late August, but maybe I'll push it out a little bit so we give every production time to sit in the sun for a couple of weeks.
That's probably a good idea. I should probably take a look at the Great Experiments release window, see if we can't push it a teeny bit earlier, give that time to breathe as well.
Just like, you want a good 2-week window so everyone gets a chance to listen to it before the next thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the other... yes, I wanted to... So you say you're busy with... You're a third editor on Confessions 8 now, but... So does that mean you got... you found the right VA for the mercenary?
Oh, yeah. Wait. You mean the Bounty Hunter? The mercenary's in the call.
Sorry, Bounty Hunter. Right, Cinder.
Well, I would feel
she's the mercenary, right. I forgot.
No one can forget me.
I forgot the name of the character. Okay, sorry, the Bounty Hunter. Does the Bounty Hunter have a VA?
Yes. She has been recording very diligently, so it's gonna be great.
Is she a new VA? Or...
She is a new VA, a fan VA from the audience. So, and she's been very dedicated and working hard. So I'm very happy with her.
A new addition to our voice actor family.
yes, a new female voice that we can draw from, possibly.
It is nice to see other people taking my...
So yeah, we have it should be good. And then, of course, as I've mentioned before, I already started writing Confessions 9, so I'm trying to get as much overlap as I can, and I'd like to have that out by Christmas. I know I've said stuff like that in the past, but I'm trying to aim for Christmas for 9, or maybe early January, like we did for the Reaper. So we'll see what happens.
Oh, is that what the final episode's going to be called?
Wait, what?
Did you just title drop the new the last episode?
No, I don't believe so.
Oh, okay. I must have misheard. My bad.
Oh, the Ranger. That's what I meant. The Ranger.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Okay,
the timing sync up because that released in January.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. I would really start to worry that we're about to find out how Amish became Pwn 3 if that was who was the last one.
Yeah, so it should be good. All that writing is going on, and Yeah, and like we said, I actually thought, ironically, I thought Wasteland Survival Guide would be the first series we finished. That's turned out a bit differently. So we've got like 18 episodes of that left. So that should be good once we get those out there.
We are pushing toward the end. This year has just sped by so fucking fast.
It really has.
It has.
I did not expect that at all. But I guess it happens.
Yeah. Luckily, I got my Wasteland Survival Guide writing done, so those are all ready to go.
Right, it's just Vermont that we're waiting on for scripts. I'm not going to mention Needle because she's moving house. It's not her fault.
Unlike the rest of us, she has a reason.
Yeah.
I have a reason too. I just, Vermont does that thing where he's like, "Ooh, that's a cool idea for a project. Let me work on it. Oh shit, I have like 9 others. It'll be all right. I've got time. I'll just sleep an hour less."
So yeah, good times.
Right. Speaking of sleeping an hour less, I'm going to go to bed. 20 to 5.
Yeah, no, you do it.
Yeah, you do the sleep thing. You need to do that. Thank you for listening, and have a lovely night.
All right. Talk to everyone later.